What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Android application development video in Android Studio. In this video we are going to build a complete and fully functionable chat messaging application with Firebase as a backend service from start to end. We will create chat application where we will have beautiful splash screen, login screen where we can log in with phone number and OTP. We will use Firebase phone authentication to verify OTP and do the login. We will have search user screen where we will be able to search other users using our application and start chatting with them. We will have this beautiful chat screen with real-time chat functionality. We will also have profile screen where we can upload the profile picture and also update the username. We will also implement device-to-device push notification so that if one user send the message to other user will receive the notification, and on click of that notification it will directly take to the chat screen. This project is very important since you will learn a lot of things from the single video like UI designing, input validation, transfer data between activities, RecyclerView, Firebase authentication, phone OTP login, Firebase Firestore database to store like real-time user data, Firebase storage to store the image of users, real-time chat functionality, Firebase cloud messaging for push notification, and much more. If you don't want to miss anything, please hit the like button and also the subscribe button. Let's build the chat application from scratch. We'll create a new project. We will select empty activity and we will give the application name easy chat. Give the package name as yours and we will select the minimum SDK at Android 8.0 and the language will be Java. Click on finish. So our application is loaded. First thing we will do is we will set some colors and theme to our application. So go to resource, values, and in colors.xml I will remove this default colors, black and white, let it be, remove all those colors and we will put our own colors. I have some colors, so color name I will give my primary and I will add the color code. You can click over here and you can change the color of your application, but I will make this color. I will give my secondary as another yellow color. So we'll give two color, black and white, and also I need one off-white color, that will be this one, and one gray color also, that will be, let's name it light gray. Okay, so I have added some colors. Now let's go to themes.xml where we have to change the color. So in themes.xml, color primary I will set it to my primary, color primary variant also my primary, color secondary I will set it to my secondary, color secondary variant will be my secondary. Also for theme.xml night I will do the same, my primary, and for secondary my secondary. And one more thing I will do is I will add window background item will be window background. I will set that color to off-white, so I will make my application off-white color. Same I will do on night theme also, later we will change this, and that's it. We are done with our themes and colors. We can close that. So first we will make a splash screen or loading screen. So when our application is loaded, we will first show the splash screen and after some second we will go to the another activity. So for that let's go to package over here, right click, new activity and select empty activity. So here we will give the name splash activity, click on finish. Now we have activity splash.xml and splash activity.java. So let's go to activity splash.xml and click on split over here so that we can see view and this code over here. Now we'll design this screen. Splash screen will be simple. We'll remove this constant layout, make it as a relative layout, and I will set the background for this, that will be my primary. So background will be my primary. So background color of a splash screen will be red color. Now I'll put one image view that will act as a logo. I will add the text and progress bar over here. So for that I will make a linear layout. Width will be match parent, height will be wrap content. So inside this I will put everything. Orientation will be vertical. So first thing I will add is image view, but I don't have image, I have to create the image. So go to drawable, new, vector asset, and from here we can create the asset. So click on clip art over here. I will add some, you can add your own logo also, but I will add this one. Okay, I will name it chat icon, give the size about 100 dp, color we will change it later. So click on finish. So we have this chat icon.xml. So here I will create an image view where I will give the fixed height and fixed width 160 dp, and I will give the source of this image view to our chat icon. It will look like this. I will give the tint for this, that will be my secondary color, yellow color tint. It is asking me to use app tint, so make it app tint. So this will be our icon. Now we'll add text view below this, but before that we can center it. So let's make this linear layout as match parent, so that it will take full and gravity will be center, so it will come on center. Now we will add text view. So text view, width will be wrap content, height will be wrap content. Here text will be, you can write anything, but I will get it app name, so strings app name. I will change the size about 40 sp, change the text color also to white, and we will bold it, text style bold, and also I will give the font family as mono space. So now it is looking like this. I will give some margin top also. Margin top will be 20 dp. Okay, so below this we will create a progress bar, so that while loading we can show the progress bar. I will give the width 32 dp, height will be wrap content. As you can see, progress bar is visible over here, and also one text view I will put it over here. So after this linear layout, text view, width will be match parent, height will be wrap content. I will put a simple text that will be developed by easy Tuto. You can write your name instead of that. I will align it to bottom true. Here it comes. Gravity will be center, and margin bottom we will give about 20 dp. Let's change the text color also. It will be off white. So that's it, our splash screen is ready. So what we will do is, we will go to first manifest, and from here you can see intent filter over there. Whichever activity has intent filter, that will load first when we run the application. So first we want to load the splash activity, so I will cut this intent filter from here and paste it over here in splash activity. And this Android exported should be true over here, and in MainActivity it should be false, so that when we run the application it will load splash activity. Let's run it and test it how it is looking in our mobile phone. As you can see, it is looking nice as expected. We have everything over here and progress bar is going on. We have to remove this action bar because we don't want this action bar, we want this application as full screen. So let's go to theme.xml and change this action bar to no action bar on both of the themes. Now let's rerun it. As you can see, action bar is gone. Now application is looking very nice. So that's all for this video. In next video we will design the login screen to get the phone number from the user. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to click on subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video we created the new project, implemented the theme color, and also designed this beautiful splash screen. So in this video we are going to create the login screen so that we can take phone number from the user and go to next screen. So let's get started. We can close all this, and first we will create a new activity. So go to package, new activity, empty activity. This will be our login phone number activity. Click on finish. Now let's go to activity login phone number.xml. Click on split over here. Now we will design the login screen. So first thing we will do is remove this constant layout and make it as a linear layout, because we need everything in vertical. We will make the orientation vertical. Now let's start adding the items. So in login we will have three things. First we will take the phone number, second we will take the OTP, third we will take the username. So we have three steps. So I will design one layout over here so that we will get to know which step we are in. So let's make a linear layout. Width will be match parent, height will be wrap content, and inside this linear layout we will make a relative layout. Width we will give about 32 dp, height will be 32 dp, and inside this relative layout we will add a text view. Wrap content, text will be 1, that will be step 1. As you can see over here, it is visible. Now I will add a background to this relative layout. So what we will do is we will make a circle around 1 and set that circle as a background. So to create the circle, let's go to drawable, new, drawable resource file name will be circular background, and root element will be shape. Click on OK. So for circular background we don't have to do anything, just we have to make a shape as oval, so it will give circle to us. Close this and make this relative layout background as circular background. So you can't see over here, so I will make the background tint as my primary. Now you can see circle over here. So we'll make this one as center, true. Text color we will give white. We can increase the text size also, 18 sp. Let's give margin to this relative layout about 10 dp. That's it. Our relative layout is done. So we need 3 steps. This is one step, so we need 3 layout like this. I'll copy this layout, paste it below the relative layout, but it will be inside the linear layout. So I'll paste it one time, I'll paste it another time. We have 3 layout. I'll make third one 3 and second one as 2. So 1, 2, 3 we have. So let's center it. Gravity will be center. So our 3 step indicator is done. We can minimize this linear layout, and below this we will add one image view. So image view will be, width will be 150 dp, height will be 150 dp, source will be, we have not created the image, so let's go to drawable, new, vector asset, click on clip art. I will add some phone, so this phone Android I will take it. Okay, change the name to phone icon, size 200 dp, finish. I'll give this source as phone icon. So as you can see icon over here, I will give the tint as my primary, so you have to make it app tint. So let's make this linear layout as gravity center so that it will come to center. Yeah. So after this image view, I need one text view, that will be enter mobile number. So text view, match parent, wrap content, text will be enter mobile number, gravity will be center vertical, letter spacing I will give about 0.808, text style will be bold, and text size will be 25 sp. So in this way we will have enter mobile number text. Below this we will create a linear layout so that we can have country code and the mobile number. So let's first make a linear layout. Width will be match parent, height will be wrap content, and inside this linear layout I will add a country code and mobile number. So first we will add a mobile number edit text. So edit text, width will be match parent, height will be wrap content. So we will add padding about 10 dp, hint will be mobile, input type will be phone, we will give some margin about 10 dp, and we will add some beautiful rounded background to this. So this is not looking nice, so we want to create a rounded background like we have created circular one. So we'll go to drawable, new, drawable resource file, we'll name it as edit text rounded corner, root element will be shape, click on OK. So in shape what we will give is, shape will be rectangle, and we will give some stroke, width will be 1 dp, and color will be white, so that we have this white color, and we will give corner radius 10 dp so that it will be rounded corner, and we'll give color as solid, Android color will be white, so color will be white. Let's go to phone number XML and make this background as edit text rounded corner. So we'll add some elevation 5 dp, it will look like this one. While taking the mobile number from the user, we have to take the country code also. So for that I will use one library. I'll go to Google. So here I will say country code picker Android. So we have this CCP library. We can go to this and you can check the documentation. So like this we want to take the country code. I will copy this dependency from here, copy, go to our project, Gradle, build.gradle, you can paste it over here. Now instead of this XYZ, we can give the version number. Right now it is 2.5.0. Click on sync now. You can close this now. Now we can use country code picker. So before this edit text, I will add country code picker. Width will be wrap content, height will be wrap content, orientation will be horizontal. So our layout is gone. Sometimes it happens like this. Let's restart Android Studio, invalidate cache and restart. As you can see, after restarting, we can see country code over here. If same thing happens to you, you can click on file, invalid cache and restart. So this will solve your problem. So here we can see our country code picker. We will center this layout, linear layout, gravity will be center. Now it is looking good. We can remove this flag and this country name also. We have property like so flag will be false, it will remove the flag, and also so name code will be false, so that we have only the country code. So country code is also done. Now we will add a button over here so that we can click on that button and move to next screen. Now after this linear layout, I will create one more linear layout. Width will be match parent, height will be about 100 dp. So inside this linear layout, I will add button. I will set it gravity to center vertical and orientation will be vertical. So here I will put a button. Width will be match parent, height will be wrap content, text will be send OTP, and we have this button. I want this button also as a rounded corner, but it will be more rounded. So I will go to drawable, new, drawable resource file. I will make button a rounded corner, make the root element as shape. So I'll copy from that edit text one, paste it over here and make the radius to 40 dp. So we have more rounded. So let's go to button and set the background as button rounded corner. So as you can see, it has more radius. Now I will add a progress button so that when we are in progress, we can show that progress bar. Width will be 32 dp, height will be wrap content. So here is our progress bar. I will set indeterminate tint as my primary. Layout gravity will be center. So that's it. Now as you can see, we have to add some space over here. It is not looking nice, it is looking congested. So first thing we will do is in this linear layout, we will set a margin as 20 dp, so that it will give margin from all the sides. So I'll give some weight sum to this linear layout so that we can distribute the weight to all the linear layouts. So first it will be weight sum. I will give around 100 so that we can calculate in percentage. For this linear layout, I will give layout weight as 10% or 20%. For this image view, I will give layout weight as also 20%. For this text view, I will give layout weight as 5%. And for this linear layout, I will give about 5%. And for this linear layout, I will give weight about 20%. So last thing what I will do is this login screen is first step. So we will only highlight the one number and 2 and 3 will be disabled. So let's go to this 2 layout, second layout, and set the background tint of this to light gray. So it will look like disabled. And for this 3 also, it will be light gray since we are in first step. Now let's run it and test it how it is looking in our mobile application. Since our first activity is splash activity, it will not move to another activity. So in splash activity, we will write some code so that it will go to this phone number activity after some seconds. So here I will make a handler dot post delayed. So inside this we have to pass runnable method and delay millisecond. So new runnable, and after this curly braces I will pass the milliseconds, that will be about 3 seconds. So inside this run method, what we will do is we will move the screen to login activity. So start activity, new intent, splash activity dot this. From splash activity we are going to login phone number activity dot class. and we will finish this activity after the login screen is loaded. So let's run it and test it now. Splash screen for 3 seconds, and now we are in login screen. So it is working as expected. We can check this country code also. You can change the country code to any country, and we have this mobile number input over here. So that's all for this video. In next video we will design the second step, that will be our OTP screen, and third step, that will be our username screen. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video we designed this beautiful login screen where we have this country code picker, we have this phone number input, we have this button, progress bar, image, and we have some steps. So in this video we are going to work on second steps, that will be our OTP activity, and also third step, that will be our username activity. The layout will be similar, so we will do it fast. So let's get started. So let's close all these tabs, and I will create new activity, empty activity, that will be our login. Second activity, it will be OTP activity. Click on finish. Let's go to this design screen. Click on split over here. We don't have to change much things, so I will copy from this login screen that we have already created login phone number. I will copy everything and paste it over here. Remove all this and paste it. So go to top here, we have to name the tool context will be login OTP activity. Now first thing, we will change the step highlight to second one. So first one it will be gray, and second one it will be my primary. So as you can see, we are on second step now. Now let's change this image also. So I will make a drawable new vector asset, clip art. I will make an password. I will take this icon, you can take any icon. Click on OK. I will make it OTP icon. Size will be 100 dp. Next, and click on finish. We have this OTP icon. Now let's change the background of this image view to OTP icon. It will look like this, and we have to change this enter mobile number. Instead of that, enter OTP sent to your phone number. So we will write this, and we don't need this country code picker. We will remove this country code picker from here. Instead of mobile, it will be OTP, and input type will be number, and we will give the max length of that OTP to 6 digits. Since Firebase will give 6-digit OTP, I will give 6 digit. And instead of the send OTP button, we will rename it as next. So we'll go to next screen from this. So now last thing we will add is resend OTP button, so that we can click on that and resend the OTP after some time. So after this linear layout, I will add text view. Width will be match parent, height will be wrap content, text will be, for now let's say resend OTP in 30 seconds. Let's center it, and let's give some layout weight to this also. So we have 20 over here. Let's distribute it to 10, and for this also layout weight will be 10, so that it will get equal space. So we'll use this text view as a button in the application. So when we click on this text view, we should resend the OTP. That's it. So our OTP screen is also done. Now let's create third step, that is our username input screen. So let's go to package, new activity, empty activity. It will be login username activity. Click on finish. Go to this layout, click on split. Now let's paste from that phone number login screen, copy everything, login username screen, paste it. Change this context to login username activity and highlight the third one. So I will set the first one to gray, third one to my primary, and this icon also I will make drawable, new vector asset. Icon will be person icon, something like this. Okay, let's say person icon and 100 dp. Click on next, finish, change this image view source to person icon. Instead of enter mobile number, it will be enter your username. Country code will not required. Edit text will be username. Instead of send OTP, it will we can write next also, but let me in. So that's it. Our third screen is also done, and we are done with the UI designs of the login screens. So we have completed designing for all the login screens. Now let's close all. And to use those views in our activity, we need some ID. We have to assign the ID to the layouts. We have not assigned any ID to the layouts. So first I will go to activity login phone number, and I will assign the ID so that we can access it from Java code. So in this phone number login, we need ID of this country code picker so that we can get the country code what is there. So I will assign ID. I will give login underscore country code. So it will be our ID. For mobile number, I will give the ID login underscore mobile number. And for the send OTP button, ID will be send OTP button. Progress bar also we need, so ID login progress bar. That's it. We need these four things only. Now let's go to OTP screen. Here we need this OTP edit text ID. So ID will be login underscore OTP, and this next button also. So ID will be login underscore next button. Progress bar will be ID login progress bar. And for this resend OTP also we have to change so that we can access it. So ID will be resend OTP text view. So we only need this thing from our OTP screen. Let's go to the username screen. From here we need the username edit text. So ID will be login username, and button for let me in, ID will be login let me in button, and progress bar will be login progress bar. So that's it. We have assigned ID to all the layouts so that we can access it from the Java code. So that's all for this video. In next video, we will start writing code for login activity. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts or inquiries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. In last video, we designed a screen for all the 3 login screens, and we have added ID to all the views. So in this video, we will start coding in the activity.java classes. So let's get started. Let's close all these layouts, and first we will go for login phone number activity and activity login phone number. So here we have country code picker, edit text, one button and one progress bar. We have to define all these in our activity. So let's do that. In activity, first is country code picker. Give the name country code picker. Edit text will be our phone input. Button will be send OTP button. Import it, and progress bar will be progress bar. Let's give ID of those. Country code picker equals to find view by ID r.id.login country code. Phone input equals to find view by r.id.login mobile number. Send OTP button equals to find view by ID r.id.login send OTP button, and progress bar equals to find view by ID r.id.progress bar. First thing what we have to do is, for this country code picker, we have to link this edit text. So let's do that. Country code picker dot register carrier number edit text. It will be our edit text, that is phone input. So we have registered this. Now we have to set onClick on send OTP button. So send OTP button dot set onClick listener. I will use lambda service. So on click of this send OTP button, we will navigate the user to login OTP activity. So there we will send the OTP and user can input the OTP. So here first we will check either phone number is valid or not. So for that we have country code picker dot is valid phone number. So if it is valid, we can put it inside if statement. If it's valid, or let's say if it's not valid, So if it is not valid, we will return error. So phone input dot set error will be phone number not valid, and we will return from here. So if it is valid, it will go outside the if statement. Here we will navigate to another activity. So to navigate, we use intent equals to new intent login phone number activity dot this comma, we have to go to login OTP activity. So login OTP activity dot class. Now we have to pass phone number with this intent. Since we have got the phone number from this phone number edit text, so we have to pass that phone number to OTP activity so that we can send the OTP. So we can send data to another activity with the help of intent. So intent dot put extra, we have to pass the key that will be phone and phone number that will be come from country code picker dot get full phone number with plus. We need plus also, so get full phone number with plus, and we will call the another activity that will be start activity intent. And also this progress bar will be visible at start, so we will disable that progress bar dot set visibility will be gone. We don't need progress bar in this activity. In other activity we will be needing that. So let's go to login OTP activity, and here let's try to print that phone number we got from another activity. So here we can make a string phone number. So now phone number equals to, so get intent, we have method get intent dot get extras dot get string. So key we have passed phone, so we will get phone number in this string. Let's print that with toast dot make text application context phone number, and toast length will be long dot show. Let's run and test everything is working or not. So our application is running. As you can see, country code picker is here. It is selected India. You can select any country. So please enter a mobile number. If we enter invalid mobile number, it will say phone number invalid. If we enter right mobile number, so let's select India from here, and let's input right mobile number that will be 10 digit. So let's click on send OTP. This is valid mobile number. So it has printed the mobile number in toast. So our activity communication is also working fine. So we have got the mobile number in this screen. So from this screen we will use Firebase authentication and send the OTP to the user. That we will do in next video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video we have completed the login phone number activity so that we can get the phone number and send it to OTP activity. So in this activity we will send the OTP to the user. So for that we have to create backend project in our Firebase, and then we have to connect this application to the Firebase. So let's do that first. And to connect to the Firebase, we can use automatic method as well as manual method. So in this video we are going to use automatic method. You can check out my channel where I have uploaded one video for manual, one video for automatic. So you can check that. We are doing automatic connection over here. So let's go to tools. Here you can see Firebase. Click on that. It will open the Firebase tool. So first I need Cloud Firestore. We are going to use the Cloud Firestore also, and we are going to use authentication. So first let's do Cloud Firestore so that we can get the connection. Click on get started with Cloud Firestore. So first step is connect app. So first step is connect your app to the Firebase. Click on that. It will open in the browser. So from here it will show all the project. You have to log in with your Google account. I will add a new project. So add project. So it gave the name EasyChat automatically, but I will say EasyChat backend. Click on continue. You can enable this also, but I will disable this. Google Firebase Analytics. Create project. So our project is ready. Click on continue. So our project is created in Firebase. You can click on connect now. Connect, send. So as you can see, your Android Studio project is connected to our Firebase. You can use Firebase in your project. So let's go back in console. Let's go back to the project and check we are connected or not. So here it is not being reflected. You can click it again. So it is say we have already connected. So we are done with our first step. Second step is add Cloud Firestore SDK to your app. Let's do that also. Click on add. It will add some dependencies, accept changes. So Firestore is also added. So let's close these tools now. We don't require it. Let's test the Firestore. So for testing the Firestore, we have to create the database in the backend server. So go to Firebase. You can reopen the Firebase. Click on EasyChat backend. So this is our project. We can go to build over here. Firestore database. So this we need. Click on that. And we need to create a database. Click on create database. So if you are releasing this app in production mode, you should start in production mode, but we are in test, so let's start in test mode. Click on next. You can select any of the location, nearest location, and click on enable. So let's reload this page. Our database is created or not. So as you can see, our database is created. Now we can add data from our project to test whether it is working or not. So go to our project. We will use, when we come to this OTP activity, let's just do Firestore, Firebase Firestore dot get instance dot collection. I will make the collection of test dot add. We have to add the data. So data will be, let's say, map of string and string. Data equals to new hash map. Import this map and add that data over here. So that's it. Let's run and test it is sending the data or not. Since we have added the code in OTP activity, we have to go to OTP activity. Click on next. And let's see if data is added or not. So reload this console. As you can see, we have test collection, so we don't have any data right now, that's why, but our Firebase project is working fine. So you can delete this connection because we don't need, we are just doing for testing. Just delete it and also delete that code over here. We don't require this code also. So we have successfully connected our app to the Firebase and also tested it. So in next video, we will enable the phone number authentication in the Firebase and we will send the OTP to the user. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video, we have successfully connected our app to the Firebase. So in this video, we are sending OTP to the user by enabling authentication, that is phone number authentication in Google Firebase. So let's go to Firebase first. We have already added Firestore database. So go to build. We have to add authentication. Click on authentication. Click on get started. So here we have different providers. For this particular app, we are using phone number. So let's click on phone, enable it. So here it is saying phone authentication require additional configuration steps. So when we are using phone authentication, we have to provide some additional steps. So we are using on Android. You can click on it. It will open another window. It will open a link. So we'll go to that documentation. Let's go back over here and click on save. So we have enabled our phone number, but we have to add some test phone numbers. Since we are testing on emulator, we should not use the real phone number. So let's add phone numbers for testing over here. So I will add some phone number that I will use for testing. Country code will be 91 and phone number will be 99999999 and 11. So that I can know this is my first phone number. So I will give the OTP also for that 6-digit OTP. Click on add. I will add another phone number 22 so that I can know, and OTP also will be. So you can add any number of phone number, but I will add 2 for now. Later we will add more. So we have saved it. We can click on cancel. So we have enabled our phone also, and we have added the test phone numbers. Now let's go to this link, what it is saying. So it is saying we have to add Firebase to our Android project. We have already done it by automatic method. Let's go to another step. So we have to enable app verification, reCAPTCHA verification. It will automatically enable this. We will add the SHA key. So for this reCAPTCHA verification, we have to add SHA key. So for this SHA key, let's go to Firebase, go to settings over here, project settings. You can see I have this app, and here we have add fingerprint. So here we have to add the SHA1 fingerprint. Let's go to the project. Click on Gradle over here on the right side. If you have task option here, that is well and good. If you don't have task option, click on settings, build tool settings, and Gradle settings. Here go to experimental over here. We have to uncheck this and click on apply. Click on OK. Now here click on sync project with Gradle files. Now we have tasks option over here, expand it, Android option expand, and we have signing report. Open that. You can see SHA1 certificate over here. I will copy this SHA1 certificate and click on add fingerprint over here in Firebase, paste it. Also you can add 256 also. So copy this, add fingerprint and paste it. So we have added these two so that it will verify our Android device and it will send the OTP. So we have done this CAPTCHA verification also. Now we have to just add the code. We will not copy from here, we will add manually. So close this Gradle, minimize this, and here select the app so that we can run later. Now let's add the code for phone number authentication. So first thing, we will add all the views. Let's go to login OTP activity. Here we have edit text, button, progress bar, and resend OTP text. For that, edit text will be OTP input, button will be next button, and progress bar will be progress bar. There is a text view that will be resend OTP text view. So import everything. Now I have to pass the IDs. So before this intent, we will pass ID for those r.id.login OTP, next button r.id.login next button, progress bar equals to find view by id r.id.progress bar, and resend OTP text view also resend OTP text view. So we have added all the layouts. So for sending the OTP, we will create a method. So here I will create the method send OTP, which will take phone number, and boolean value we will enable is resend. If we are sending it first time or we are sending it second time, that means resend button is clicked or not. So this will be void. We will create this method and use. So here first what we will do is we'll set the progress bar visible. As soon as you come to this activity, OTP should be sent and the progress bar should be visible until the OTP is sent. So after OTP is received, we can remove that progress bar and show the next button. So for that, I will create another method that will be set in progress. We will send here boolean in progress. So when we send it here true if it is in progress. If something is in progress, we will set progress bar dot set visibility will be visible, and next button will be invisible, that will be gone. So if it is not in progress, in else part we will do progress bar will be gone and next button will be visible. So in this way we will set in progress true and false. So we can remove this toast. We are printing the phone number. First we come to this activity, we should send the OTP. So OTP phone number will be phone number and is resend will be false because first time we are sending from activity itself. So in send OTP, we should set in progress true so that progress bar will be visible. Now we will send the OTP from here. So to use Firebase authentication, we need dependency. So go back to that documentation. From here, we need these dependencies. So copy this one first. Go to build.gradle, paste it over here. And we need this also. Paste it over here. Click on sync now. Now you can close this build.gradle. Now we can use the methods of authentication. So phone auth options dot builder will make a builder where phone auth options dot new builder Here we have to pass the instance of Firebase auth. I will create the instance of Firebase auth here. Firebase auth mauth Firebase auth dot get instance. So I will pass that mauth over here. Dot, we have to set the phone number, that will be our phone number. We have to set the timeout also. Set timeout, for how long it will show. So timeout also I will initialize over here. After this phone number, it will be long timeout seconds is equal to 60 L. So I will give the 60 seconds timeout. So here I will pass that timeout seconds, and it is our time unit dot seconds. We added the timeout, again dot set activity, it will be this activity dot set callbacks. So once we send the OTP, we have to see the callbacks also. So set callbacks. Inside set callbacks we have various methods. So click on new, on verification state changed callbacks. Click on this. It will give us two methods. So we have on verification completed, on verification failed. So put a semicolon over here. So on verification completed, when user will get the OTP, sometime app automatically do the verification. So that time it will call this on verification completed. That means OTP has been automatically entered and it is verified. So no need to enter the OTP as well. So that means on verification is completed. So if verification is completed, what we will do? We will go to another activity, that is username activity. So that means we are logged in. So we will call a method sign in, and we will pass this phone auth credential. We'll create this method sign in over here. Void sign in. We'll get this phone auth credential. We will name it phone auth credential. So here we will do the login part and go to next activity. So when automatically verification is completed, it will call this method. So if verification is failed, we can show toast message to the user. So for that we have to write a toast. So toast we are going to require in lots of places, so let's not write everywhere. Let's create a util class. So go to project, new, package, utils package. I will create a utils package, and inside this util package I will create a Java class which will be Android util. So here I will create some static method that will be show toast, which will take the context and take the message as a string. That's it. So it will be public static void show toast. So here we will call toast dot make text context, message will be message, length dot long dot show. So this method will show the toast. So we can call this from here. On verification failed, Android util dot show toast, get application context, and message will be verification OTP verification failed. So these are two methods. But what is the third method? If code is sent to the user, if code is successfully sent to the user but verification is not done, we have to override that method also. So go over here and type on code sent. Here we can see on code sent. So this method will send the code to the user. So with that code we can use to verify the OTP. So what we will do, first go over here, string, we will store a verification code. So verification code which we will get from onCode send method. And another thing we will store is force resending token. So I will tell you what it is. Force resending token. We need this token to resend the OTP to the user. We need this verification to verify the OTP. We need this force resending token to again resending the token to the user. So on code send method, we will assign this string to verification code, and we will assign this force resending token to force resending token. So we have the same name. So let's go and change this as just a resending token, and it will be resending token. So that's it. Now we can show the toast to the user. So copy this, paste it over here. OTP sent successfully. So on code send, we can show the message to the user that OTP has been sent. You can now enter the OTP. But what we are doing at first, we are setting in progress to true so that our button will not be visible. So once OTP is sent and once verification is completed, we can set that set in progress to false. So in every method, what we will do, set in progress will be false, set in progress will be false, set in progress will be false. So once we get any method, we will set in progress to false. Now we have this builder. We have not used this builder anywhere. So here after this, if we have this boolean is resend, if it is coming from resend, it is not first time, that means it is coming from resend. What we will do is phone auth provider dot verify phone number. Here we will set builder dot set force resending token, that will be resending token dot build. If it is resend, we are verifying with the resending token because we have stored that. If it is first time, that means it will come in else. We can copy same, but we don't need resending token. We can say direct builder dot build. In this way it will verify the phone number. So in this way it will send the OTP. So our OTP sending part is done. Let's run and test it, OTP is sending or not. So here I will put the test phone number, that is our this number. Click on send OTP. So it will ask for reCAPTCHA verification because we have added the keys. So it is automatically verified and it has sent the OTP successfully. That means the OTP is sent to the user. Since we have test phone number, we will not receive that OTP in that phone number. Let's rerun it and receive on correct phone number. If I input correct phone number, it will verify the CAPTCHA and OTP is sent successfully. As you can see, I have received the OTP in my phone, that is 326213. So this sending OTP part is done. In next video we will enter the OTP and verify the OTP, and also we will work on this resend OTP button. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video we have successfully sent OTP. Now in this video we will verify that OTP and also we will work on this resend button. So let's get back to the project. Here we have done with the send OTP method. We can minimize this from here so that it will look good. Set in progress is also done. We can minimize this. We have to work on this method also. Now we will verify the OTP that is entered by user. So for that, on click of next button, so here next button dot set on click listener, new on click listener. So here you can use lambda also. So if you want to use lambda, here it will say replace with lambda. So on click of next button, what we will do, first we will take the OTP from the user. So for that, string entered OTP equals to OTP input dot get text dot to string. So we'll get the entered OTP by the user and we will verify that. If it is verified, we will call sign in method. So to verify this OTP, we have this verification code. Since we have set this verification code after sending the OTP, we will use that phone auth provider dot get credential. We have get credential, and here we will pass the verification ID and SMS code, as you can see over here. So verification code, SMS code is entered OTP. So in this way it will get the credential. It will provide us the credential, that will be phone auth credential equals to this. Now in the same way we have called the sign in method from automatically verification. From here also we will call sign in credential will be this credential. When user input the OTP, we will come to this. Here we will check the OTP verification, and if it is correct, we will navigate the user to next activity. So when user click on sign in also, we have to set in progress will be true, so that it will take some time and it will show the in progress things. So when we are in sign in, first thing we will do is set in progress will be true, so that we will show the progress bar. Now we will use Firebase auth. So Firebase auth, we have mauth dot sign in with credential. We have one method sign in with credential, that will be our phone auth credential. That's it. It will allow us to sign in, but we have to add on complete listener so that we will know when it is completed. So dot add on complete listener, enter it. We have to register the callback. So new on complete listener, click on that, put semicolon over here. On complete method is called after sign in is completed, but it can be fail also. So if task dot is successful, if task is successful, that means it is verified, else that means it is not verified. In else part we will show the message. So android util dot show toast, get application context, message will be OTP verification failed. That's it. So in else part it will show the message. In if part, that means we are successfully verified the OTP. So we will go to next activity. So intent equals to new intent, login OTP activity dot this, comma login username activity dot class. We'll go to next activity, and intent in the same way we should put phone number so that we can use that in another activity. Key will be phone and phone number. Start activity intent. So when task is complete, we have to set in progress to false also. So when OTP verification is complete, we'll go to next activity. So let's run it and test it is working or not. So since we have test phone number, we will use test phone number every time. 11 I have entered this as test phone number. Click on send OTP. It will send the OTP. The OTP is 1111, but I will enter wrong OTP for now. Click on next. It is saying OTP verification failed. So if you enter wrong OTP, it will say OTP verification failed. If you enter correct OTP, that is 6 times 1, I'll click on next. You are in this username activity. That means our OTP verification is successful. So to check that, you can go to Firebase console. Click on authentication over here. You can see this phone number. We have already authenticated, and you can see the phone number and the user UID over here. That means our flow is working fine. Now we will work on resend OTP button. If OTP is not received in some seconds, we will again activate that resend button. So let's go to our code. So first thing we will do is, when we send the OTP in send OTP method, at first we will say start resend timer. This will be our method so that our resend timer will be started. So let's go at last and create void start resend timer. So here we will do the resend things. So at first that resend text view will be disabled so that user can't click on that. So set enabled will be false so that user can't click that. We'll start a timer with new timer. So timer will be scheduled at fixed rate. So we can schedule the timer at fixed rate. We have to provide the timer task, and we have to provide delay, that will be 0, and period will be 1000, that will be every second it will run at fixed rate. So inside this run method, what we will do, we have assigned this 60L as a timeout second. So we'll reduce this every time. So what we will do is timeout seconds minus every second it will be reduced. Resend OTP text view will be, we will set some message like resend OTP in seconds. So in some second we will resend. So we will show it will be timeout seconds. So if it is 60, resend OTP in 60 seconds, and every second it will be reduced. Now what if it is 0 seconds? So after if timeout seconds reach to 0, that means less than equal to 0. If it reaches to 0, again we will set timeout seconds to 60, and we will timer will be cancelled, timer.cancel, and we will enable the text view because we have disabled over here. We will again enable so that user can click that. So for that we are in different thread, so we should run on UI thread. So run on UI thread, new runnable. So you can use lambda over here, just replace with lambda, run on UI thread, we will do resend OTP text view dot set enabled, it will be true. So after 60 seconds, that means if second reaches 0, again it will assign 60 seconds and that button will be enabled. Now we have to set onClick on this button. So for that we will go to onCreate method over here, like we have assigned to next button, we have to assign to resend OTP text view also, set onClick listener, use lambda. Here what I will do, I will just call this method send OTP. Send OTP, phone number will be phone number, and is resent, it will be true. Since we were sending false at first time, then this is resend, so is resend will be true. Now our resend OTP things are also done. We can test it, run it, enter the phone number, click on send OTP. So sometime it will ask for reCAPTCHA because we are calling this frequently. So select the bridge, OTP sent successfully. So as you can see, timer was already started. From 60 it reaches to 27 seconds, and when we click on it, it will not work because it is disabled. As you can see, this is disabled over here. So let's wait for seconds. So as you can see, it has reached to 0 seconds and it is now enabled. We can again click on this so that OTP will be resent. Click on this, again it will ask for CAPTCHA. Now OTP is sent successfully, again timer is started. So our OTP is also working fine. If we enter wrong OTP, failed, and if we enter correct OTP, it will go to next activity. So in next video, we will store the user information in the Firestore database so that we can use it later. That will be our phone number and username. We will store it in the Firestore database. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video, we have successfully verified the OTP and also we have activated resend button. We are done with first and second step. We are now in third step, that will be enter username. So we should store the username to the Firestore database. So the logic will be, if you are already the user of this application, we will get some username from the database that we have stored. If we are logging in first time, we should store the username to the database. That's it. So let's go back to the project. You can close everything. Let's open login username activity and activity login username. So here we have edit text button and progress bar. So go to this activity and create edit text, that will be username input, button will be let me in button, and progress bar will be progress bar. So assign the IDs, username input equals to findById_id.username, let me in button equals to findById_id.letmein button, progress bar will be progress bar, login progress bar. So we have initialized all this and we will we'll go to login OTP activity. We need this method set in progress. So copy the set in progress method and paste it below this on create. Instead of next button, it will be let me in button, let me in button. So first, when we come to this activity, we will get the username. So if we have username in the database, we will get that and show it in the edit text. If we don't have username, user can input the username. So for that, let's get phone number first. Phone number we have got from intent. So phone number get intent dot get extras dot get string the phone. So we have got phone number. Now first method will be get username. So this we will get from Firestore database. So let's create a method void get username. So here we will get the username from Firebase. So we will be using Firebase method lots of time. So let's make the util class so that we can add methods over there and call from everywhere. So Java class, it will be Firebase util, and here we will make some method. So first method will be where we have to store the information. So go to Firestore database and you can see there is nothing. So we have to make a collection of users where we will store all the users. So for that, what we will do, we will make a method public static document reference current user details. So it will return the current user details if there is any. So we will use return Firestore Firebase Firestore dot get instance dot collection, we will make the collection of users. So in collection of users, we will have document. So document will be the user's UUID. User's UUID will be, let's check on authentication. This is the user UUID. This is the UID we will get from Firebase, and we will make that as a key to store the user information over here. So that's why we are using document, and here we will pass the UUID. So where we will get the UUID, we can create a method over here, public static string current user ID. Here we will return the UUID. So return Firebase auth dot get instance dot get UID. So this method will return UID. So here document we will check current user UID. So in this way it will return if for this user ID there is some document in the collection users, then return it. So let's go to login username activity now. In get username, first we will set in progress to true, so that we will show the progress bar, and then Firebase utils dot current user details, it will send the current user details dot get. It will return the current user information, but we will add complete listener so that we can check new on complete listener, put semicolon over here. If it is completed, set in progress false. The same way, if task is successful, if get task is successful, we will set the username to the user. But for user, we have not created a model. We will create a model for user, so that we can store user information in that model. Let's go over here and new package. Let's give the package name model. So in model we will create new Java class that will be user model. Enter. We will add some data that will be private string phone, private string username, and one more thing we will add is timestamp, so that we can know when this account is created. So timestamp, just while importing the timestamp, just select this com.google.firebase. Don't select this all timestamp. We have to select this com.google.firebase. It is important. Select this and name it created timestamp. Now we have to generate constructor and getter setter. So right click, generate constructor, click on select none. We will select empty constructor first. Again generate constructor, select all, again generate getter and setter. So generate getter and setter, select all. Okay, now our model class is done. We can close it. Now in get username, if task is successful, we will have some result in that task. So task.get result, that will be document snapshot. We have to convert that in our model class. So to object model class pass user model dot class. So it will convert the data to user model dot class. So we can assign it to user model. User model equals to this. So we have got the value in this user model if it is there. So if user model is not equal to null, that means if data is there, then set that username to username input. That's it. Username input dot set text, that will be user model dot get username. So we are getting this username from database, and then we are setting to username input if it is already there. If it is not there, user will input the username. So once user will input the username, we have to set the username. Like we have get, we have to set the username. So let's create method for set username also. So set username will be called when the next button is clicked. So when user click on let me in button, dot set on click listener, use lambda. Here I will call the set username method. That's it. So when user click on login next button over here, it will set the username. So for that, first we will set in progress to true, and then we will get the username from the edit text, that will be username input dot get text dot to string. And if username is empty, username dot is empty, will show some error message. And also if username dot length is less than 3, we want username to be greater than equal to 3 characters. Username input dot set error, username length should be at least 3 chars, and we will return from here. That means if username length is less than 3, we will return. If it is correct username, now we will add to the database. So now there are two scenarios. If user already has data, if user don't have the data, that means user is logging in first time. So here we are checking if user has already data or not. So same way we will do it here, but we have assigned this user model over local variable. So let's not do that over here. Let's cut it, and here I will do user model so that we can use it everywhere. So if user model has some data here, if user model is not equal to null, that means user model has some data, only the username, new username, that will be username. So if user model don't have data, we will set everything. So user model equals to new user model, that means it is a new user, that's why we are creating the new object. So phone number will be phone number, second parameter is username, third parameter is timestamp. So user is being created, so we have to pass the current time. So timestamp dot now. In this way we will set the data to user model. Now we have to save this data to the Firestore database. So Firebase utils dot current user details dot set. Here we were doing get, now here set. What we have to set? We have to set user model. So it will add the data to the database, but we have to add on complete listener. So on complete listener. So here set in progress will be false, and if task is successful, so if task is successful, we are done with the login things. We have already verified the OTP. Now we are setting the username, that is also done. Now we can move to main activity. That means we are logged in. So if task is successful, what we will do? Intent, new intent. This is login username activity dot this, and we are moving to main activity dot class now. So before going, we have to finish all the login related activities. So we will do intent dot set flag. Here it will be intent dot flag activity new task. It will be our new task, and it will clear all the tasks. So intent dot flag activity clear tasks. This we are doing because we want to clear everything login activity and just open the main activity. That's it. So start activity intent. Now let's run the application and test everything. Run it. So I will enter the phone number. OTP sent, so I will enter the correct OTP, that will be this one. Click on next. So it will trying to get the username from the database. Since we don't have any username, it is returning empty. So now we can set the username. So as you can see, we have numerical keypad. We can go to the project since we have not changed that input type. So go to login username, go to this edit text. So input type is phone over here. Let's change it to text. Let's rerun it. Now you can see text over here. Now we have to put the username. Let's try empty username first. It is saying at least 3 characters, but this progress bar is going on. So we have done something wrong. Let's minimize this. So this set progress bar, we will keep it here so that for empty check we don't need progress bar. So rerun it. Now it is saying it should be 3 characters. Let's input 2 characters. It's saying 3 characters. Now let's input the correct username, that will be test user1. It is our user1, so I am entering correct username. Now let's click on let me in. So as you can see, we are in hello world. That means we have done successfully and we are logged in. So you can check in the backend. Here you can go to authentication. You can see phone number over here, and you can go to Firestore database. You can see user collection over here. We have the document ID. This ID is from authentication. The ID of this user will be from authentication, and we have this data created timestamp, phone number, and username is test user1. So we have already inserted the data. Now let's check our get username is working or not. Let's rerun the application. Phone number. Enter the OTP. As you can see, if we are logging in second time, we have already the username. Now we can change the username also, but I don't want to change it. I will keep it test user 1 only. So we can click on let me in. So get username is also working fine. And we are in main activity. So we are successfully logged in. Since we are logged in already, when we restart the application, again it is taking to login page. This should not happen. So if we are logged in already, when we open the application next time, it should directly open the main activity. So for that, what we will do, we will create a util method. Here we will add a method public static boolean is logged in. So we will check is logged in or not. So what we will do, if user has current user ID. So if ID is present, if ID is not equal to null, that means user is logged in. If ID is null, then we can return false. So is logged in method is done. So we can check this logged in from every time when we open the app. So let's go to splash activity. We have this 3-second delay. We can change it to 1-second delay now. After 1 second, what we will do, we will just check if Firebase util dot is logged in. If user is logged in, we will start main activity directly. Start main activity dot class. If user is not logged in, we will start login phone number activity and we'll finish this activity. That's it. So when we restart now, it should go directly to main activity. Let's restart. Since we are logged in, we are directly in the main activity. If you clear the data from the application, so if you clear the data of the application, let me clear it. Now if we restart the application, as you can see, we are in this phone number activity. Since we are logged out, we have not implemented the logged out functionality manually, so we will implement that later. Till now we are done with the phone number authentication and login activity. Now we will start the main activity in next video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Till now we have completed everything related to login things in our application. So let me log into the application. OTP is 111111. Next. This is my username because I have logged in already and created the account. So let me go in now. So we are in main activity. Now we are going to design our main activity. So let's get started. So let's close all this. Let's open MainActivity.java and ActivityMain.xml. Click on split, make it a relative layout and say hello to this hello world and let's delete it. Now let's first make a app bar over here. So we will use relative layout for that. Relative layout width will be match parent, height will be wrap content. And inside this relative layout, I will use one text view that will be our app name, wrap content, text will be app name, text size will be 22 sp and text style will be bold. And let me give the background to this relative layout. Background will be my primary and padding about 10 dp. For text view, color will be white color and some margin start that is 10 dp and center in vertical will be true. So we have this beautiful app name. I will add one icon over here to search the user. So we are in the main activity, we want to search for the new user. There should be one icon. So for that icon, I will go to drawable, new, vector asset, clip art, icon will be search icon. I will take this one. I will name it icon search and I can make the color of this. Click on next, finish. So let me use that as an image button over here. Image button about 32 dp, height will be 32 dp, source of image will be search icon and parent end will be true. Like this we have that image. Let's remove that background. So I will use question mark @3 slash borderless. If you type borderless over here, borderless selectable item background borderless, so it will remove the background. Let's make the tint color will be white. It should be app tint. Also center in vertical will be true and we will give some margin at the end, about 10 dp. So that's it, we are done with our toolbar. Now in main activity I will use bottom navigation view, so that I can have bottom navigation view where I will use one option for chat, one option for profile. For that I will use a frame layout over here first, so that in that frame we will add chat fragment and the profile fragment. So for that I will use frame layout, width will be match parent, height will be match parent, so that it will take full. It should be outside this relative layout because this relative layout is the toolbar. So here it will be, and it should be below this toolbar. So I will give ID to this relative layout first. ID will be toolbar main underscore toolbar. So this frame layout will be below main toolbar. It will below it. So we have frame layout. Now let's create bottom navigation view. So bottom navigation view, width will be match parent, height will be wrap content. Here this is our bottom navigation view. So I will align parent bottom will be true. So here it comes. I will set the background for this also. Attribute that will be borderless, selectable item background borderless. So here is our bottom navigation bar. Now above this bottom navigation bar I want to see one divider, and above that divider the frame layout should be there. So I will put one divider over here, material divider, width will be match parent, height will be 2 dp. So here is the divider. It should be above our bottom navigation view. I will give one ID for this. ID will be bottom navigation. So it should be our bottom navigation, and this frame layout should be above the divider. So I will give ID to divider also, and frame layout should be above divider. So our frame layout is in between this divider and the toolbar. Now we have to add some items in this bottom navigation view. So for that I have to create the menu. So for menu, go to resource, first right click new, click on Android resource directory. So Android resource directory, and resource type will be menu. So first we will create the directory that will be our menu. Click on OK. We have this menu directory. Right click new, menu resource file. So this menu will be bottom navigation menu. Click OK. It will create the file. Let's split, and here we have to add the items. I will add two items over here. That will be item, title will be chats, and icon will be chat icon, and ID will be menu chat. I will copy this and I will make another one that will be profile. Icon will be person icon, and ID will be menu profile. So I will have two items for now. I will close this, and in bottom navigation view I will provide the menu, app menu, that will be bottom navigation menu. So as you can see we have this chats and profile over here. So we have designed our main activity. Let's run it and check it. As you can see our application is running. We have this nice toolbar with search button over here, and we have this bottom navigation view, chat and profile. So let's create two fragments, that will be chat fragment and profile fragment, so that we can place that in this frame layout. So let's do that. Go over here and create a new fragment. So instead of activity we will create a fragment that will be blank fragment. We will name it as a chat fragment. Click on finish. So it will provide the code. We need some things over here, that is onCreate view. Let's remove this onCreate, remove this also, new instance, and this comment also. We require this public constructor. Other than that let's remove everything. So let's remove this comment also. So this thing we require. So we have this chat fragment and fragment chat, that is our design screen. So here it is hello blank fragment. So here also I will design something for now. Let it be relative layout, and this text view will be chat screen, and it will be center in parent will be true, height will be wrap content, and width will be wrap content. Text size will be 22 sp. So we have just designed this to know where we are. So we have chat fragment. Now let's create another fragment, that will be profile fragment. Here give the name profile fragment. Here also let's remove all the unwanted codes except public constructor and this onCreateView methods. So we have chat fragment and profile fragment. Let's design profile fragment also. I will copy from here everything and paste it here. It will be profile fragment and it will be profile screen. So we have two fragments right now. Now let's go to MainActivity and insert this fragment in MainActivity so that when we click on chat, it should show chat screen. When we click on profile, it should show profile screen. Let's go to MainActivity. First, let's define the layouts. So bottom navigation view, we have bottom navigation view. We have one image button, that is search button. We have two fragments, chat fragment and profile fragment. So in onCreate method, first we will initialize these fragments. New chat fragment, from that public constructor, so new profile fragment we have initialized. We'll provide the ID of these views. So bottom navigation view, find view ID r.id dot bottom navigation, search button, find view ID r.id dot. I have not provided the ID for that. Let's go to activity main and provide ID for everything. So search button will be ID main search button, and for frame layout also we'll provide ID that will be main frame layout. Let's go to MainActivity now. Main search button. Right now we are not doing anything for search button, but we should set bottom navigation view. So for bottom navigation view, when we click on any item, so set on item selected listener. This listener we have to set on item selected listener. So when item is selected, it will give us the item. So we will check over here if item.getItemID equals to r.id dot the ID of the menu item. So we have added the menu item menu chat. If it is chat item, then we will do get support fragment manager so that we can add that fragment in this frame layout. So begin transaction dot replace r.id dot frame layout, that is main frame layout, with chat fragment dot commit. So when we click on chat item, it will immediately apply our chat fragment. So if I will copy the same, I'll paste it over here. If item is equal to menu profile, then it should replace as a profile fragment. We'll return true because we have handled it. So we have set the onClick listener. So when we are first coming to the activity, then something should be selected. So for that, bottom navigation view dot set selected item, that will be r.id.chats. So by default r.id.menu chat. So by default we'll select chat and we click on profile, it should be profile. So let's run it. As you can see, by default it is chat screen. If you click on profile screen, it will be profile screen, chat, and we can navigate from one screen to another screen. This search button is not working because we have not added anything. Let's add for that also. So here search button dot set onClick listener. I'll use lambda for that. So when we click on search button, we have to go to search activity. So I have not created the search activity. Let's create that. New activity, that will be empty activity, search user activity. Click on finish. We have search activity, so we don't want to code right now. So from MainActivity, we just have to navigate to new intent MainActivity dot this search user activity dot class. So when I run it, click on search, I am in search activity. So that's all for this video. In next video, we'll design the search activity and implement the codes so that user can search for other users and can start chat from there. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video, we designed this beautiful main activity. We have this toolbar, search icon, and this bottom navigation bar and fragments. So we have this chat screen and profile screen, and we have implemented this search button so that we will go to search activity. Now let's design this search activity and implement the functionality. So let's get started. We can close all of this and let's open search user activity and search user layout. Click on split. Now let's make it a relative layout And let's add a toolbar over here also. So for toolbar I have already added in activity main, so I can copy that code. So this is the relative layout that will be our toolbar. Copy this, paste it over here. Let's change the title of this toolbar, that will be search user. So we don't require the search icon over here, but we required one back button. So instead of the search icon, let's use back button. So go to drawable, new vector asset, clip art, let's get back button. We can use any of these, let's use this, and let's give the name icon back. Next, finish. So let's give the source of this icon back. We have to put it at first, so let's remove this align parent end, and let's add this text view after this image button. So give the ID for this. Here it will be back button, and it should be align right of back button, and we can remove this margin layout end. Now it is looking good. So we are done with our toolbar. Now let's have one edit text and one search button over here. So for that I will use one relative layout. Let's minimize this one so that we can have this closed. Let's use relative layout. Width will be match parent, height will be wrap content, and inside this relative layout we will use edit text. Width will be match parent, height will be wrap content. So it should come below the toolbar. So here below toolbar, the main toolbar, we have the name main toolbar, so let's change it to just a toolbar. So it will be toolbar. We have this edit text. Let's add background to this edit text. We have added in login page. That will be edit text rounded corner. Let's give some margin about 10 dp. Hint will be username so that user can search with the username. Padding will be 10 dp. Elevation will be 4 dp. As you can see, we have username over here. Since the color of this edit text is also white and background is off white, it is not looking that much good. So let's change the color of background. So we have in colors.xml, we have this off-white background color, which is off-white but looking as white. So let's make it more dark. Instead of FD, we will say FA. Now let's close it. Now if we go, background is off-white and the foreground is white. So now it is looking good. After edit text, I will make an image button. That will be about 40 dp. Source will be search icon search. Parent end will be true. And this edit text should be to the left of this image button. So I will give some ID to image button, that will be search user button. Let's say search user button, and it should be to left of search user button. As you can see, this is over here. We have to center it vertically. True. Let's give the background attr borderless, selectable item borderless. Let's change the tint to my primary. It will be app tint. Let's give some padding about 4 dp and margin about 10 dp. And for this relative layout also, I will to give margin about 10 dp. So it is looking like this right now. Now below this, after search is done, we have to show the search result. Search result can be multiple users, so we have to implement RecyclerView over here. So for that I will add RecyclerView after this relative layout. RecyclerView, width will be match parent, height will be wrap content, and it will come below this layout. So let's give the name to this relative layout also. That will be search user layout, and here we can say below search user layout. So it will come over here. Let's give some padding about 10 dp and provide the ID for this will be search user RecyclerView. Provide the ID to this search user button also, and for this edit text, search user name input. So that's it. We have designed our activity search user. Now let's go to search user activity code. Here we will define everything first. Edit text, that is our search input. We have image button, that is search button. We have another image button, that is back button, and we have RecyclerView. That's it. Let's give the ID search input r.id.search search username input, search button will be r.id.search user button, back button will be find view id r.id.back button, and recycler view r.id.recyclerView, search user recycler view. So let's run the application and see how it is looking till now. So we have this main activity. As soon as you click on search button, you will navigate to search user activity where we can input the username, and we have this search button. But we have not implemented code for it. This back button will not also work. So let's add the code. First, for back button, set onClick listener lambda. So if back button is pressed, we will give on back pressed, that is Android will handle the back. After that, for search button, if we click on search button, is lambda for that also. So if we click on search button, it should start searching. So let's take the username first. So string search term equals to from search input dot get text dot to string if search term is empty or search term is length less than 3. So if user is searching as empty or length is less than 3, we can give some error, search input dot set error, that will be invalid username, and we can directly return from here. If it is valid, then we will set up the recycler view. Means we will get all the users from the search term from the Firestore database and show all the users in the recycler view. For that, I will give a method set up search recycler view. We'll pass the string that will be search term so that it will get from the Firestore. Now after this onCreate method, let's create void setup search recycler view. It will take the string search term. So here we will code for the recycler view. Now one last thing what we will do is, when we come to this activity search user, keyboard should automatically open for the username typing. So for that, what we will do, search input dot request focus. So it will get the focus, that means edit text will be focused and keyboard should open. So let's run it and test it. Click on search. We are in search user, keyboard is automatically opened and we can see it is focused. So we can directly start the typing. Let's not type anything and click. It is saying invalid username. If we give less than 3 length, invalid username. If we write this, it will go to setup recycler view, which is not implemented yet. If I click on back button over here, this is also working. So that's all for this video. In next video, we will get all the users from the Firestore database with the search term, and then we will populate all of them to RecyclerView. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video, we designed this search user activity and we have this username and search icon. We have add validation also. So in this video, we will take all the users from the Firestore according to the search term and we will populate them in the recycler view. So for that, we will be using Firebase UI. That will be, let's go to Google first and search for Firebase UI Firestore. So as you can see, we have this Firebase UI for Android. Click on that link. And from here we will copy the dependency. So we need this implementation com.firebase UI things. So let's copy this dependency and go to our project, go to build.gradle module level, paste it over here. Click on sync now so that it will download the dependency. We can close it now. Now we can use that for our recycler view. So now let's set up the recycler view. So to set up the recycler view, we will have some items. So items will be users, all the users. So we'll design one recycler row so that we can use the same row for every items. So for that, let's go to layout, new, layout resource file and give the name search user recycler row. So this will be one row for one user. Click on OK. Click on split. So let's do it quickly. Let's make it a linear layout. Width will be match parent, height will be wrap content. So here we will need 3 things. Image view, one will be username and one will be phone number. So we will show one image view, username and phone number. For image view, we will also create one different layout so that we can use that everywhere. That image view might be required in chat view also, profile view also. So we will create one profile picture view in layout, new, layout resource file, that will be profile picture view. click on OK. Split. First we will make this profile picture view. So here we have to just make it a relative layout. Width will be wrap content, height will be also wrap content, and here we'll give one image view. Width will be about 52 dp height. So background we will give circular background. Source will be person icon. Padding will be 4 dp. As you can see over here, tint will be gray, light gray. I will give app tint, that will be light gray. So create the namespace declaration. Now we have this light gray, and background tint let's give to off-white. So let's center in parent true, and ID we will give as profile picture image view. So that's it, we are done with our profile picture view. We can close it and use it everywhere. So in this search row, first we will include layout, that will be profile picture view. So as you can see, it is included here. I will give the height and width also 52 dp, height will be 52 dp, layout gravity will be center, and margin will be 10 dp. So this is our image view. Let's add the background to this parent linear layout. Background will be edit text background. We will use edit text rounded corner we will use, so that it will show beautiful rounded corner. And let's give some margin about 10 dp. Also elevation 2 dp. Now we will add one layout so that we can add text view and text view. Linear layout, match parent, wrap content, orientation will be vertical, and gravity will be center. So text view, wrap content, text will be username, that we will set at runtime. So for now it will be username. Text size will be 18 sp. Text style, let's say bold. We have one text view. Let's copy this, paste it below. We don't need size, and this will be phone number. So for now we will give like this, and let's remove this bold also. So each row will be look like this. Let's give ID for everything. For username text, it should be phone text, and we have already given the ID for this profile picture view over here, so we don't need to give that. That's it, our recycler row is ready. Let's code the recycler view now. So let's close all this, and let's go to search user activity. We need one adapter first. Let's create an adapter for recycler view. I will create a package where I will give the name adapter. To put every adapter over here, new Java class, it will be search user recycler adapter. Let's go to this class and implement the code. So first thing, I will create an inner class over here, user model view holder extends RecyclerView.view holder. So it is saying to create a constructor. We have this constructor here. I will get all those text view. So text view, username text view, phone, and one image view, that is profile picture. So here provide the ID like we provide in activities. Username text is equal to item view.findView ID r.id. So import this r dot also. So alt enter, import class r.id dot username text. You can cross check the ID over here. Search user recycler row. We have username text and phone text. So username text, phone text will be phone text, profile pic will be profile picture image view. So we are done with this class user model view holder. Now we can extend this adapter class from Firestore recycler adapter. We have added the dependency for this. So it will take two things, that will be our user model, and it will take this user model view holder. So user model view holder, that's it. So if you click on implement over here, it will give two methods that it will automatically implement. And again, if you go here, it will ask for creating the constructor. Create constructor. You can remove this comment. So we have this constructor and two methods. So let's first work in constructor. So we need context over here, context, import the context, and we will get that context from constructor. So here this dot context equals to context. So from constructor we will get the context and assign it to this context. Now on create view holder, let's work on create view holder. Here we have to assign this search user recycler row to the user model view holder. So for that we'll create a view layout inflator dot inflate dot from, we need context dot inflate r dot layout dot, our layout name is search user recycler view. We have to pass three parameter, that will be view group, and attached to root will be false. And instead of returning null, we'll return new user model view holder, and we'll pass the view over there. So we'll pass this view to this user model view holder. That's it. Now on bind view holder, in this view holder we have got the data. We have got the data from Firestore, so we can assign that to this text view. So let's do that. So holder, we have holder dot username text dot set text, we'll get from model dot get username. So from model we'll get the username and assign it to holder. Holder dot phone number, phone text dot set text, model dot get phone. So we have not implemented the profile picture view, so we'll not set the image view for now. So that's it, our recycler adapter is ready. Now we'll go to search user activity. Here we have to set up everything. So to set up we have to create object of this adapter. So here search user recycler adapter, we can give it the name adapter. Let's go over here now. Adapter equals to new search user adapter. So it will take two variables. We have given the constructor where we have options and context. Option will be blank for now and context will be get application context. So we have to provide the option. And for recyclerView dot set, first we have to set the layout manager. That will be new linear layout manager, and also recyclerView dot set adapter. This adapter we will set, and adapter dot start listening. So when we get the data in the adapter, it will start listening. So we have to stop listening also. So for that, let's override some method. Go outside of this method and override on start, on stop. It will automatically come, and on resume. We have these three methods. Let's override them. And if adapter is not equal to null, on start we will do adapter dot start listening. So on start also we will start listening. On stop we'll stop listening. On resume also we will start listening, so that data changes will be reflected immediately. Now we have to provide the option. So what will be the option that we will get from Firestore? So for that, let's create a query first. The query will be, let's go to our backend first. As you can see, we have users collection. Inside that we have unique ID and we have users collection. We will have another users over here also, another user and multiple users. So from that multiple users, we want to get the users which we want to search. So let's create the query like Firebase utils. So for that, let's create a method in Firebase util so that we can use that everywhere. Like we have this document reference, we will get one collection reference, public static collection reference, all user collection reference. So to return collection reference of this users collection. So for that, return FirebaseFirestore.getInstance.collection. Collection will be users collection. That's it. So we can use it over here. Query equals to Firebase util dot all user collection reference. It will return all the users, but we want to return from the search item. So we will do dot where greater than or equal to. So where greater than or equal to field is username. We have this username field. If we type test, it should return this full username. So where username greater than equal to search term. So it will get all the user with that username or greater than that username. Means if it matches the username, it will return all those usernames. So we have this query. From this query, we'll make the options. Firestore recycler options. Type will be user model. It will return the user model. Options equals to new Firestore recycler options dot builder user model. Here we will set the query, that will be query object, and class will be user model dot class, and we'll build it. So we got the options. We can pass this option over here. We have passed the options. So we are done with the setup of search user. Let's run it and test it how it is working. Go to search activity and let's search for test. That is my username. I have only one user right now. Click on search. We have this test user 1. Since I have only one user, that's why it is like this. If I write something wrong, it will not give any data because there are no username. If I write TES also, I have this result. But this is my user. Since we have only one user, this is my user, and I can't define that this is my user because we have only added phone, username and create timestamp. We have not added ID for this. So let's change that. Let's go to user model. Also add one more item, that will be our string user ID. So we'll also store user ID from now on. So here string user ID, this dot user ID equals to user ID, and also we'll create one getter and setter for this user ID. Generate getter and setter user ID. Now we have added this somewhere, so go to that code. Here in login username activity, we are just creating the user with phone number, username and timestamp. So fourth item will be user ID. So where we can get Firebase util.current user ID, so that we can store the user information with the current user ID. Let's run it. So right now we are already logged in, so we can't save that. We have to uninstall the app and rerun it. Before that, I will delete this data also. Delete all collection, users collection. So I have deleted everything. Now let's create a new account. So from this number I will create new account. It will be OTP. Next. So since we are creating new account, test user 1, let me in. Let's see now if user ID is added. We have user collection. Now you can see user ID over here. So now we can define that this is our user. So let's go to this recycler adapter and here check if model.getUserID equals to our Firebase util.current user ID. If the user that we have searched is our user, that means from the list of the user is my user is also there, I will define it differently. So I will do same thing as username, but just I will concat it with me, so that we will get to know this is my user. So let's run it and test it now. If I search for TS, so as you can see this is my user, that's why it is showing me. We have only one user. Let's create one more user. So uninstall, run it. Let's create another user, Tuto. You can add any number of test number in the Firebase, so you can create any number of users. Let's give the name test user 2. Let me in. We have logged in with test user 2. Let's search TS. Now we have 2 users. Since we have 2 users in the database, it is showing 2 users and I am logged in with test user 2, that's why it is showing me over there. And for test user 1, it is different user. So if you click on this item, it won't do anything because we have not implemented anything. So on click of this, we will move to chat activity. So for that, what we will do, we'll go to onBind view holder.itemView.set onClick listener, use lambda, and from here we will navigate to chat activity. So that's all for this video. In next video we'll create the chat activity, so that on click of that item we will go to chat activity and start the chatting. So if you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you on the next video. Bye bye. In last video we implemented the search user functionality where we can search for the user with the username. We have got the list of user where this is my user and this is other user. So on click of this, we should go to chat activity and start the chat. So let's implement that. So here we have item view, on click listener, navigate to chat activity. So let's create chat activity first. Go to package, activity, empty activity, chat activity. Let's close everything and open chat activity and activity chat. So we will design the screen first. Let's make it a relative layout. So here first we require the toolbar. Let's go to search activity and grab the toolbar from there. This is our relative layout. Copy it and paste it over here. So here we have this toolbar. Instead of search user, it will be username whom we are chatting with. And we have back button. Back button is required, and we will add one profile picture view over here. So we'll include one layout that we have created, profile picture view. So it is here. We'll give the width as 48 dp, height as also 48 dp. We will give the margin start, that will be 10 dp, and we will set it to right of back button. So it will look like this, and username should be right of this profile picture view. Let's give the ID to this profile picture view, profile picture layout, and it should be right of profile picture layout. So it will look like this. Now we required message box over here and send button and RecyclerView to show all the messages. So let's first add RecyclerView over here. So let's minimize this toolbar and add RecyclerView. Width will be match parent, height will be match parent. It will be below toolbar. And now let's create one layout where we will have message and send button. So for that I will use relative layout. Width will be match parent, height will be 80 dp, parent bottom will be true, and I will give padding about 8 dp. So this is our relative layout. I will give ID to this bottom layout, and this recycler view should be above our bottom layout. As you can see, recycler view is in between toolbar and bottom layout. So let's design this bottom layout where we will have, first one is edit text, width will be match parent, height will be wrap content, we'll give hint, write message here, center in parent will be true, margin we will give about 10 dp, background will be edit text rounded corner, elevation about 4 dp, and padding about 10 dp. So this is our right message here. Now let's put send button over here. So we'll use image button. Let's create a drawable icon first. New vector asset, send. I will use this icon send, next, finish. So here I will use image button, 48 dp, source will be our icon send, parent end will be true, center in parent will be true, background will be attribute borderless selectable background, and tint will be my primary. Let's make an app tint. Let's give ID to this message send button, and this edit text will be to left of message send button. Padding about 8 dp and margin start 10 dp. So it is looking good. So that's it, our chat screen is ready. We can go to this recycler adapter. Here from this screen we will go to chat screen. So here we should pass the intent. So intent is equal to new intent context to ChatActivity.class. So here we can start directly activity with context. Before that we have to pass intent.setFlags, intent.flag activity new task. Let's run it and test it how it is looking. Let's search for the user, test. Let's click on this test user one. If I click on this, we are in the chat screen where we can write the message and send, but functionality is not working right now. We have this username, but we don't want the username. It should be the actual username, that is test user one. So we have to pass some data with that intent. So let's do that. From here intent, we will pass the data of that user. We have this user, that is model. We can pass it like intent.put extra username and everything. But I don't want to do that. I will do it on Android utils so that we can use it later. Let's go to Android util. I will create a method public static void pass user model as intent. Here it will take intent and user model. What I will do, I will put extra username model dot get username dot put extra phone model dot get phone put extra user id model dot get user id. So that's it. Now we can pass the user model as intent. So from here Android util dot pass user model as intent will pass intent and model. In this way, in this intent it will set all the details so that we can access it in chat activity. So to access from here, let's create a user model, other user. Here how we can access through intent. So let's create method for that. Public static user model get user model from intent. So from intent we will create a user model, that will be user model new user model. Now we'll set everything. User model dot set username will get from intent dot get string extra username. Same way we will do for set phone, set user id. Here it will be phone, whatever we have passed over here, user id, return user model. So we'll get that model from the intent. So here get user model. So other user equals to get Android util get user model from intent, that will be get intent. So in this way we have got data in this other user. Now go to activity.chat and set id for everything. So for this username I will set id, other user name. For profile picture we already have the id. So for this edit text, message edit text, we will set id as message input. Let's say chat message input, and this button id we have already message send button. So let's go to chat activity and create edit text, message input, image button, send message button, image button, back button, and we have text view author username. Now we'll set the ID, message input r.id.chat message input, send message button r.id.send message send button, back button r.id.back button, other username r.id.other username. We also have RecyclerView, so RecyclerView r.id.RecyclerView. Also ID we have not given. For this RecyclerView, ID will be ChatRecyclerView. So here ChatRecyclerView. Now we will set the back button functionality first. Back button dot set onClick listener. Same way we have done on search activity, on back pressed, and we'll set the other username dot set text from other user dot get username. So from this we got the username and set it to other username. Let's run it and test it. Search. If we go to this user, you can see username over here, and if I click on back, that is also working. So that's all for this video. In next video, when we come to this activity, we'll check if ChatRoom is available. That means we have already chatted. If ChatRoom is not available, please create the ChatRoom. So we'll add that functionality. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Now when we come to this activity, it should load all the chats, but we don't have any chats right now, so we have not created chat room also. So let's first create a chat room, so that when we come to this activity, we'll check if chat room is available. That means we have already chatted. If chat room is not available, please create the chat room. So we'll add that functionality. Let's go to our code, create a new model, that will be chat room model. Here we will add some data. First thing will be chat room ID. Second, we will set list of string, that will be user IDs. So it will be IDs of user. That means one user will be my user, another user will be other we are chatting with. So we will add timestamp also. Last message timestamp, this we will require later, and also last message sender ID, who has sent the last message. So we will add this thing in our chat room model. Let's create a constructor, select none, create constructor, select all. Now also create getter and setter, select all and OK. So we have created chat room model. Now let's check while coming to this activity, either we have chat room model or not. So here we will make a method get or create chat room model. So here I will create the method. So what I will be doing is, if we go over here we have users collection. So another collection, it will be chat room collection. In chat rooms collection, there will be different chat rooms that will be of different users. So inside one chat room there will be 2 person and there will be list of messages. So in that way we are implementing. So let's get or create chat room if chat room is not available. So I'll go to first Firebase util. So first I will create one method, public static document reference get chat room reference. So it will take a chat room ID, because ID can be anything that. So it will return FirebaseFirestore.getInstance.collection with chat room's name and document where ID will be chat room ID. So it will return the chat room reference with the chat room ID. But what will be the chat room ID? Chat room ID should be unique between two users. So if A is chatting with B and B is chatting with A, both chat room ID should be similar. So for that we'll create a method to create unique chat room ID, public static, which will return ID as a string get chat room ID. Here I will pass user ID 1 and user ID 2. If user 1 is chatting with user ID 2, it should return the same chat room ID if user 2 is chatting with user ID 1. So we will use hash code user ID 1 dot hash code dot, if hash code of user ID 1 is less than hash code of user ID 2, we will create a unique ID from both user. So I will concat user1 underscore user2. So if hashcode is less, if user1 hashcode is less, first will be user1 hashcode, else I'll copy this and I will put user2 and user1. So irrespective of who is the user1 and user2, if two person are chatting, it will return the same chat room ID. That we want to do it here. Now in chat activity, we'll create a string chat room ID. So this chat room ID, immediately when we come to this application, it will be created. Firebase util dot get chat room ID. First user will be me, Firebase util dot current user ID. Second user will be other user dot get user ID. So wherever you pass, if you pass is at second string or first string, it will come same. So we have created unique chat room ID. Now we have chat room ID, we can get the chat room model. So to do that, we'll use Firebase util dot get chat room reference from chat room ID dot get. So it will return chat room if it is there in the database. So add on complete listener. So let's do it with lambda. Here, if task dot is successful, if task is successful, it will return chat room model. So here I will create chat room model. So I will assign that chat room model from task dot get result dot to object chat room model dot class. So it will give us chat room model from the DB. If it has, if it doesn't have, that means chat room model equals to null. That means we don't have chat room. Now what we have to do, we have to create a new chat room. That means we are first time chatting. So here we can write first time. So we can create chat room model with our constructor where we will pass some things. We can pass chat room ID. Other things are user IDs and timestamp and last message sender ID. So user IDs will be arrays. Let's say arrays dot as list of user. User ID will be first one Firebase util dot current user ID, and second user will be other user dot get user ID. Third parameter we have set is timestamp. So timestamp dot now, and last parameter is last message sender ID. We don't have any message right now, so let's pass empty string. So in this way we have created the chat room model. Now we will add it in the Firebase. So Firebase util dot get chat room reference chat room ID dot set. First we were getting, now we are setting chat room model. You can add on complete listener to this also, but we don't want to show anything, so no need to add that also. So it will add the chat room ID to the database. So let's run it and test it is working or not. So if you go to our database, we don't have anything, we have only users. Our app is running. I will search for the user. As soon as I open the chat, it will check whether the chat room ID is there or not. If chat room is not there, it will create the chat room. So chat room is not there. Let's see it creates or not. I'll click on this. I'll go to the backend. I will reload once. So as you can see, we have this chat rooms collection. Let's go on that. We have this ID, that means one user ID and second user ID. There are two users. So inside chat room collection, we have chat room ID, last message sender ID, last message timestamp, and user IDs. There are two users right now, test user 1 and test user 2 in this chat room. So in this way chat room is created. But if we go back and come again, it will not create another chat room because chat room is already created. So that's all for this video. In next video we implement the sending message functionality. So we will write the message and click on send button. This will send the message to the chat room. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video we have created chat activity and successfully created the chat room in our backend. So in this video we will implement the function of send message. So let's start that. So for sending the message, first thing I need is, I will go to send button. So send message button, set onClick listener, use lambda for this. Here first I will check string message equals to message input. I will take from message input to string dot trim. If message dot is empty, return from here. If it is not empty, then create send message to user, and here we will pass message. We are done with this get or create ChatRoom model. We can minimize this and let's create one more method that will be send message to user string message. For this also we have to create a chat message model so that we can add that chat message collection over here. In ChatRoom we will have one chat collection, inside that we will have number of chats. So let's create a model, chat message model. So in this chat message model we will have private string message, string sender ID, who has sent the message, and at last timestamp. So we'll need the timestamp when this message has been sent. We'll create empty constructor first, select none, create all argument constructor, and also generate getter and setter. Okay, so we are done with chat message model. We can go to chat activity. Now let's create chat message model from this message. So we require chat message model equals to new chat message model, where we will send message. Second parameter will be sender ID. Sender is me, FirebaseUtil.current user ID. Then third thing is timestamp.now. So it will create chat message model. We will send it to Firebase util. But before that, we have this ChatRoom model also. So here last message sender ID we have to set, and last message timestamp we have to set. So before sending the message, what I will do, in ChatRoom model I will set last message timestamp.now, and also I will do ChatRoom model dot set last message sender ID, that will be FirebaseUtil.current user ID. So in this way we will set the ChatRoom model data also. So I can copy from here how to set ChatRoom model data and paste it here. So it will set this ChatRoom model again to the ChatRoom reference. So we are done with ChatRoom. Now we have to work on chat message model. So for this also I will create one method in Firebase util, that will be get ChatRoom message reference, which will be collection reference, which will take the ChatRoom ID. We can directly call this ChatRoom reference get ChatRoom reference ChatRoom ID dot collection, and collection will be chats. So in the chats collection of this ChatRoom we will add the messages. So let's go to chat activity now. So here what we will do, Firebase util dot get chat message reference ChatRoom ID dot add chat message model. We will send this and we will add uncomplete listener. So on complete listener, once we successfully send the message, if task dot is successful, we will just clear the message from the edit text. So message input dot set text, we will add empty string to that message. So this will send the message to the database. Let's run it and test it, either message sending is working or not. Here test. So we have test user 1, click on that. So we don't have any message over here. As soon as I send the message hi, as you can see message is cleared, that means task is successful. If I go to the database, you can see chats collection. First we have this last message sender ID also, last message timestamp also updated, and we have this chats collection. If you click on that, there is a collection of chats. So there is one chat that is hi, sender ID and timestamp is there. So if I send another message over here, how are you? As soon as I send this message, you can see over here we have second message, that is how are you. Both are sent by me, that's why my ID is there. Now again, if you send message, I am sending message third time, click on send. So we have this third message, and last timestamp is also updated every time. In this way you can send the message to the other user. So if I log out from this application, like I will uninstall this first, I'll rerun the application, I will log in with the test user 1. So if I search for the user, since test user 2 has already chatted with me, that means there is a chat between test user 1 and test user 2. If I click on that, it will open this, but we don't see any new chat room over here because we have this chat room, anybody has logged in. So here chats, we have 3 messages. Let me send the message from now chat user 1. Hi user 1, I am good. If I send the message, now you will see here there is 4th message. This one is the new message. So sender ID is test user 1. So previously it was sender ID test user 2. Now it is sender ID is test user 1. So in this way these two are chatting with each other in this chat room model. So in next video we will display all the chat messages in a recycler view, so that immediately we will send the message we can see over here. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video, we have successfully sent the message from one user to another user. We have these all messages in the backend. In this video, we'll display all the chat messages over here in the recycler view. So let's get started. Let's close all the tabs first. Like we have implemented in search functionality, what we will do, I will first create the row. We had search user recycler row. In the same way, I will create one row, layout resource file, that will be chat message recycler row. Let's create it. Click on split over here. I will make it a relative layout. Let's do it quickly. Height will be wrap content. So I will make a linear layout. Width will be wrap content. Height will be wrap content. Inside that linear layout, I will add one text view. That will be wrap content, and text will be, let's say for now, hello, how are you? And I will design this. So I will add the background to this. That will be edit text background rounded corner, and I will add background tint. I will add some color. Let's say for now, let's go to colors.xml and create 2 colors for chat message. So color name is equal to chat color sender. That will be 1E88E5, and another color will be send chat color receiver. That will be 7CB342. You can change color from here. You can choose any of the color. So let's close this. Now I will provide the color to this tint as chat message sender. Padding will be around 8 dp and margin end will be 80 dp, so that it will not go beyond here, because left chat will be maximum to this. So text color, let's provide text color to this. That will be white, and text size will be 18 sp. So our chat message will look like this. We can add padding to this relative layout also, about 8 dp. It will look like this. Now let's copy this linear layout for right side view. We'll paste it, and it will be our chat color receiver. Here we will set a message, I am fine. For now, here we will set it to parent end true, and this margin end will be margin start. Other thing will be same. So we have this left chat view and right chat view. So let's give ID so that we can use it in onBind view holder. So ID for this linear layout will be left chat layout, and for this right chat layout I will say a right chat layout. Also for this text view we will provide ID left chat text view, and same for this text view also. Right chat text view, and we can remove this hello how are you and I am fine, because the message will be loaded from chat. So let's close this because we are done with this. Now let's create a recycler adapter like we have created in search user. So class chat recycler adapter. Most of the thing will be similar, so I will copy everything from here. So I'll paste it over here, but I will change a lot of things. So unbind view holder, I will remove everything, and I will click on Ctrl R and rename everything. So search user recycler adapter, instead of that chat recycler adapter, it will replace everywhere. Click on replace all, and then this view holder, user model view holder, it should be Ctrl R, user model view holder, I will change it to chat model view holder. Click on replace all. So here layout will be chat message recycler row, and here we will add all those layouts. So let's remove all these things. So instead of user model also, we'll make it chat message model. Replace all. So that's now. First we will assign the ID. We have linear layout, that is left chat layout and right chat layout. We have text view, left chat text view, right chat text view. Assign ID, item view dot find view ID r.id dot left chat layout. We have 4 things. So right chat layout will be right chat layout, left chat text view will be left chat text view, right chat text view will be right chat text view. Now in onbind view holder, what we will do, when we get the message, we'll just display that. If model, that is message dot get sender ID, if sender is me, that means if it is equals to Firebase util dot current user ID, the message is sent by me, then we will not show the left side. If message is sent by me, left chat layout will be gone, invisible. So right chat will be visible, and also we should set the message to the text view. So holder dot right chat text view dot set text, that will be message model dot get message. So if it is not sent by me, it is sent by other user, I can copy this. Right chat layout will be gone, left chat will be visible, and left chat text view will be the message sent by other user. So in this way we have implemented the adapter class. Now let's go to ChatActivity and set up the recycler view. So here, as soon as we come to this activity, I will say set up chat recycler view. Same way we have implemented in search method. So set up chat recycler view. We have to create the adapter first. Chat recycler adapter. Now in setup chat recycler view, we can go to search user activity where we have implemented recycler view. Here you can copy everything and paste it over here. So we'll change something over here. Instead of search user recycler adapter, it will be chat recycler adapter. Instead of user model, it will be chat message model everywhere, and we'll change the query also. So query will be Firebase util dot get chatroom message reference, where we have chatroom ID. So from here we will get all the messages. So we have to sort it. That means we will order by timestamp. After ordering by timestamp, I will give it descending order. That's it. So it will get all the message from our chat room and order by timestamp. It will give one descending order. So let's run it and test it. It is working or not. Search test. So I will go test user 2. As you can see, messages are being displayed, but it is reverse order, so we will fix that. If I send one more message, here I have sent the message. So let's fix this reverse things first. In recycler view, where we are creating this linear layout manager, what I will do, I will first create a linear layout manager, and I will set it manager dot set reverse layout will be true. So in this way, here I will pass manager. So in this way the layout will look fine now. Run it. Now let's look fine. These are our message sent by other user and these are our message. So let's run this application on another emulator with test user 1 and see how message is coming. Let's run this application on emulator 2. So in emulator 2 I will log in with second account. If I search for test, I'll go test user 1. You can see message over here. So in emulator 1 it is this, emulator 2 it is like this. From emulator 2 I will send message now. Hi again. So I have sent the message but it is inside here. When we send the new message it is not scrolling, so we'll fix that now. But if you see in emulator 1 we have got the message. So to fix that scrolling things, what we will do, we will go over here in RecyclerView, adapter.set register adapter data observer, new adapter data observer. We will override one method that will be on item range inserted. So here we will go and we will say RecyclerView dot smooth scroll to position 0. So in this way it will automatically scroll. Let's run it. Let's search. Now if I type, you can see now it is working fine. So we have message over here also. So our chat functionality is working completely fine. So in next video we will add all the recent chats in this chat screen so that we don't have to search every time. We directly come to this main activity and we will have recent chats so that we can click on it and directly open the chat. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Till now we have implemented login features and chat features in our application. So we can search for the user, we can click on it and we can start chatting. We are able to send the message, we are able to receive the message in another emulator. Now in this video we will implement chat screen where we will have all the recent chats we have done. We don't have to go to search again and start searching the user. We have to come to this screen and we can access the recent chat. So let's get started. Let's close all of this and let's open our chat fragment. So in this fragment we are going to work. So let's go to fragment chat layout, click on split and we have this. Now we just have to do one thing here. We have to just remove this text view and add a recycler view. Width will be match parent, height will be wrap content, give some ID to recycler view. It will be recycler view, let's say recycler view. That's it. We are done with our fragment chat layout. Close it. Now in chat fragment we have to initialize. First thing will be our recycler view. So in activities we have onCreate method and we can access this recycler view from find viewer ID. But here we can't do that because it is a fragment. So before returning this view, we will assign this view to a view and return it. Now before returning we have access to view. So from here we can say like recycler view equals to view.findView by ID r.id.recycler view. In this way we have access to the layout file and we have assigned to recycler view. Now we have to set up the recycler view. So set up recycler view. So for recycler view, as we know, we have to create an adapter and we have to create a layout. This thing we have done already, so we will do it fast. So we will copy from one of those. Let's go to this search user recycler row, which will look similar to this. So I will copy from this and I will create a new layout that will be recent chat recycler row. So this will be our recent chat recycler row and split paste all the code. So here we have this recent chat recycler row. From here what we need to change, profile picture let it be, and this text username text will be username text. This phone text will be, instead of phone's text, it will be last message text. So last message text. So we will have username and last message, and also we can add time over here so that we can see the timestamp. So for that I will make this text view under a relative layout. Width will be match parent, height will be wrap content. I will cut this and paste it over here. and I will add another text view. From this I will copy this, paste it here. It will be last message time text, and I will move it to parent and true. So here it will go and show the time. So we are using Android text over here. So first it will show this text and later it will show our original text. So we don't have to use this. If we want to see in the layout, we can use tools text. So you can use tool text. If you want to see in the layout as demo text like this, you can use tool text. So here also we can say tools text. Here also we can say tools text, so that it will not visible on the phone, but it will visible only in the layout over here. So we will give margin end to this about 10 dp. So that's it. Our recent chat recycler row is also done. We can close this both row. Now we are done with the layout. We need an adapter. So we have this chat recycler adapter where we have chat message model as the model. We have search user adapter where we have user model as the model. But in this recent chat things, we need ChatRoom model because we have list of chat rooms where we have start the chat. So that's why we need ChatRoom model in this adapter. So let's create one adapter which will be recent chat recycler adapter. Create this. I will go to search user recycler adapter, copy everything and paste it over here. This we are doing because we have done it 2 times already. So we can paste it, but we have to change lot of things. So don't make mistake while changing the things. So in recent chat recycler adapter.java, we have to make the class name also same. So wherever it is search user recycler adapter in this class, we have to change it to recent chat recycler adapter. So you can click on Ctrl R so that we can replace search user recycler adapter with recent chat recycler adapter. You can click on replace all. So one thing is replaced. Another thing is user model instead of user model. Ctrl R, we will use ChatRoom model, replace all. And we have this user model view holder. So this also will replace. Ctrl R. This will be ChatRoom model view holder, replace all. So we have done with the replace things. Here what we have to do is we can remove this onBind view holder. We will write by ourselves, and in onCreate view holder, this layout we have to pass recent chat recycler view over here. And here we have changed something. First thing will be last message text. Another we have last message time, and username and profile picture we have. So here message text, last message text equals to r.last message text, and last message time is equal to last message time text. So in this way we are done with this view holder class. We are done with onCreate. Now just we need to work with onBind view holder. So we'll do it in some time, but before that come to this chat fragment and we have to set up RecyclerView. So to set up, we can check our code from search user activity. So here we have done the setup of RecyclerView, so we can copy code from here. Let's copy this setup RecyclerView and on start, on stop and on resume method, everything. And in our chat fragment we can paste it below this onCreateView method. So we have pasted it. In fragment we have this onStart method as public, so set it to public. OnStop also, onResume also. So we have to create the adapter object. Here it will be recent chat recycler adapter. So in setup RecyclerView, if we come, this query will be changed. This user model will be ChatRoom model. Here it will be ChatRoom model. Here also ChatRoom model. And here it will be recent chat recycler adapter. Context will pass in some time and other thing will be same. The method name we will change it to setup RecyclerView, and we don't need any search term over here. Now we need context. We can say get context. Here also get context. Now we need query. So query will be, if you check the backend Firebase where we have chat rooms and we have this chat room ID as a document, and inside that we have this document where we have chat room ID, last message sender ID, last message timestamp and user IDs. So these user IDs are important because these are the user ID of those who are chatting. So one will be our user ID, another will be another user ID. So we will access only those user ID which has our user ID. So in query what we will do, so we have this user collection reference. In the same way, we will go to Firebase util. We will create collection reference all chat room collection reference. So it will return all the chat room collection. So return FirebaseFirestore.getInstance.collection will be chat rooms. That's it. Go back to the fragment. All chat room collection reference. In all chat room collection reference, we'll remove this and we'll check where array contains. So this user ID is an array where array contains our ID. So that means where array contains, check on user IDs, array contains Firebase util dot current user ID. If it contains my user ID, that will be my chat room, and we will order it by last message timestamp so that latest chat will become at top. So query dot direction dot descending. So we will order by descending so that latest chat will come at top. So we are done with our chat fragment class. Now let's go to our adapter class, recent chat recycler adapter. Here onBind view holder is required. So we have to set everything in these text views. So first thing we will set is username. So how to get the username from ChatRoom model? As you can see in ChatRoom model, we don't have any username. So how we will get another username? So we'll get that from the ID. Since we have stored the ID, from this ID we can get the user's information from here. So with this ID we can get user information, that is test user 2, from the ID of it. So let's get the ID of another user first. So in this user IDs we have our ID and another user ID. So let's get another user ID. So first thing we will get the another user ID. So go to Firebase util and create another static method. That will be document reference. We will give the name get other user from ChatRoom model. We will say other user from ChatRoom. So here we will pass the list of that user IDs. So user IDs, we can import this list, and now what we will do is we will check the user ID. If user IDs, we know we have two user IDs in this array. So let's check for first. If user IDs dot get 0 first element equals to Firebase util dot current user ID. If first element is our user ID, then second user ID is the other user. So we have to return the document reference of other user, from where we can get, we have this all user collection reference. You can see all user collection reference. So from there, all user collection reference dot document ID will be user IDs dot get 1. That means second element. So we will send it as a return. This will return the document that is user of second user. Else if first element is not our user, that means first element is other user. So we'll do copy paste, we can send 0. So that means this method will return the user ID of other user. Go to this recent chat recycler adapter. Here first we will get Firebase util dot get other user from chat room, which will take model dot get user IDs dot get dot add on complete listener, new on complete listener. So once we get the other user, you can replace it with lambda. Go here and alt enter, replace with lambda. Now here we will get the other users. If task is successful, then we will do user model other user model equals to tasks dot get result dot to object user model dot class. So in this way we will get other user. In this other user model we have everything like username. So now we can set holder dot username text dot set text other user model dot get username. So we have set the username. Now second thing is we have to set the message. So last message we have to set. So dot last message text dot set text, it will be last message. So what is the last message? From where we will get this last message? Since we have this ChatRoom model where we don't have any last message, we have only last message sender ID, last message timestamp, and user IDs and ChatRoom ID. We don't have last message. So one thing we have to change is every time when we send the message, we have to add message over here also, so that we can access that last message and show in the UI. So one thing we'll change. Let's close all this. Let's go to ChatActivity, where we are sending the message. Here we are sending the message, we are setting last message timestamp, we are setting last message sender ID. Now one more thing we will add, last message. What will be the message? So go to ChatRoom model, here add string last message, and go down here and create getter setter for this, generate getter setter for last message. Okay, that's it. Come to chat activity. Here we will set ChatRoom model dot set last message. Message will be this message sent by the user. So message. So we have added the last message over here. We can save it. Go to here. Here we will get message from this ChatRoom model. So model dot get last message. We have set the username. We have set last message. Now need to set the time. It will be last message time dot set text. What time we will set? So time will be model dot get last message timestamp. So it is timestamp, so we can set it to toString. Let's save it and let's run it how it is working. So click on run. So as you can see over here, we have the username testuser1 in chats fragment. We have the time, but it is in strings format because this is timestamp, and we don't have any last message. Since we don't have any last message over here, we have just now implemented, we have not added any message to the last message. That's why we don't have last message. But this timestamp, we have to make it to readable. So first let's do that. Go to Firebase util and create another method which will return string time. So timestamp to string. So it will take timestamp as timestamp and return as string. So to return as a string, we will use simple date format. So return new simple date format. We will use simple date format. So pattern will be HHMM dot format. The date will be timestamp dot to date. So it will return the hour and minute. We have to make it static method so that we can call from everywhere. Now go to adapter, and before setting the text, what we will do, Firebase util dot timestamp to string. Here we will pass model dot get last message timestamp. So this will set the time correct. Let's run it and test it. As you can see, we have time over here, we have username over here, but we don't have any last message because we have not sent any last message. On click of this also will not work, but before that let's send the message so that we can get last message from now on. Good morning, let's send it. We have sent the message. Go to the backend and see, now there is last message also. So we have added this last message. Go back. Now in fragment, as you can see, we have this good morning as a last message. We have time also, we have username also. So as you can see over here, this message is sent by me, not by testuser1. So this message is sent by me, but here is no any indicator that this is sent by me. So we will add you over here so that we will get to know that if I send the message, this is sent by me, otherwise it is sent by other user. So what we will do here, so after this we will check, we'll add a boolean over here. We'll create a boolean that will be last message sent by me equals to, we'll check model dot get last message sender ID if sender ID is equals to Firebase util dot current user ID. If I am the sender, then it is true, otherwise it will be false. So if it is true, in last message text only we will change if last message sent by me. If last message is sent by me, I will copy this, paste it over here. It will be you, that means you have sent the message. We'll concatenate. We'll concatenate like this, else it will be same thing. Now let's run it and check. As you can see, it is you because I have sent the message. Now on click of this, we have to go to the chat screen. Like in search, we are clicking on it and we are going to the chat screen. So let's do that. We have to set on click listener over here. After doing everything, what we will do, holder dot, also we can check from this recycler adapter, search user recycler adapter. Here holder dot item view dot on click listener, we can copy this same, we can paste it over here because it is the same thing. Here pass user model as intent, that other user model will be this other user model. So other user model will be this one. Run it. So this is our recent chat. Click on it, it will open the chat. If I send again, why you are not replying? If I send this, if I go, the app crashed when we click on back button. So what we have to do is, here if we see in the log cat over here, somewhere it is saying the query required an index, you can create it here. So we have to create the index for the query. We have added the query over here. This query requires an index. So it is saying you can create it here. It has given the link also. So you can copy this link, go to backend and you can paste it over here. So it will open this page. So you will reach here. If it doesn't show some dialog, you can reload again. It will show the dialog to create or update the index. So it will automatically do everything. We just have to save it. It will take some time to build. Until it is enabled, you can't do anything. So let's wait for that. So as you can see, after 2-3 minutes it is enabled now. So let's go to the project and run again. Now we should not see that exception message. Click on it. If I click on back, so our app is again crashing. So this is something different. So we have to do is in onResume method, we are again start the listening. So instead of start listening, what we have to do is we have to do notify dataset change, then restart it. Now if you click it back, so it will not happen anything now. Now app is running fine. If we send message back, we can see this. So now let's run it on another emulator and see how it is reacting. So I'll run it emulator 1 also. So we have these two emulators. This is logged in with test user 2. This is logged in with test user 1. From test user 2, we will send message to 1. Hi test user 1. Immediately you can see hi test user 1 over here. So if I go here, and you can see this latest message are loaded. So hi test user 2. You can see message over here. So everything is working fine. Recent chats are also there. So if you chat with more than one person, it will come over here. So that's all for this video. In next video, we'll design this profile screen where we can edit the username and update the username, and also we'll update the profile picture of the user using Firebase storage. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video, we have implemented recent chats in chat fragment. Now we are going to work in profile fragment. So today we will be working on profile fragment. So let's get started. Close everything and open profile fragment and fragment profile. So we'll first design. Let's remove this text view and let's first add an image view. So image view size will be 160 dp, height will be 160 dp, background will be circular background. And we will add background tint as my primary, so it will come on red. Source will be person icon by default, and let's say scale type to center crop. So everything will be vertical here, so let's make it relative layout to linear layout, and let's set orientation to vertical. And also gravity will be center, so that it will come to center. So edit text will be username edit text, so that we can update the username. That we can take from our username activity, where we have taken the username from the user. This one, we can take this edit text, copy this and paste it over here. So we have this username edit text. It is looking good. Give some margin to this image view. Margin bottom will be 40 dp, and let's add margin to this linear layout as well, 20 dp. It will look like this. We'll be needing another edit text also, so let's copy this, paste it below. This will be our phone, so it will show the phone number, and let's give ID to all of this. So ID, image view will be profile image view, it will be profile username, it will be profile phone. Since we will not let user update the phone number because it is registered already, so we will set it enabled as false. So only to view the phone we are using this. Now after that, we need a button that will be update profile. We can go to activity login username and copy this linear layout. We need button and progress bar. Paste it below. ID will be profile update button, and this will be profile progress bar. So we have this also. Layout weight, let's remove, we don't require. Name will be update profile. We will give some margin top as 20 dp. Now we need one text view that will be logout. So logout button will be text view, not it will be highlighted, because we don't want user to log out from the app every time. So logout, ID will be logout button. So we can make it large also, but I don't want to make it large because I don't want to highlight the logout feature. Now let's run and test how it is looking. We have not implemented any code, but let's run it and test it how it is looking in our application. I will go to profile. So as you can see, profile screen is also looking good. Chat profile. Now let's implement the code. Here import everything. image view will be profile pic, edit text will be username, edit text, username input, edit text, second will be phone input, but we don't want that. Button will be update profile button, progress bar will be progress bar, and text view will be logout button. So we have to provide the ID. In the same way we will do view equals to here return view, and in between we will do profile pic view dot find view by ID, r.id dot profile image view, username input view dot find view by ID, profile username, phone input, profile phone, update profile button, update profile button, progress bar, profile progress bar. One more thing is logout button. Here it will be logout button. So that's it. So we have imported everything. So first thing we will do is we will get the data of the user and set it to profile view, so that we will get the data first. Actual data should be in this. Username and phone should be there. If image is there, image should be there. Later we can edit and update the profile. So for that we will make a get user data method. Get user data. We can create this method void get user data. We'll get the data from Firebase. So we will get the current user details. So Firebase util dot current user details. We have document reference get dot add on complete listener, new on complete listener, make it to lambda. Now when we get the current user details, that means let's make user model object over here. User model, current user model. Copy this current user model equals to task dot get result dot to object user model dot class. So in this way we will get the current user model, from where we can get the username and phone. So let's set username input dot set text current user model dot get username, phone input dot set text current user model dot phone. We have set it the username and phone. So this will set the data, and it will take some time to get the data. So we will show the progress bar. Let's go to any activity that has progress bar, set in progress method, copy this and paste it over here. Instead of this button, it will be update profile button. So first, when we are getting the user data, set in progress will be true. When we get the data, set in progress will be false. Let's run it and test it. So here if I go to profile, immediately as you can see we are having the data. So I am test user 1, I have this number, I have this update profile button. So this will not work, we have not implemented anything, but we are getting the data correctly. Now comes to the updating the user. We will create a update profile button that set onClick listener, use lambda. When we click on update profile button, we will update. So void, first we will update button click, and another method we will create update to Firestore. So first what we will do, we will call this update button click from this button, update button click it will call. Here we will take first new username. So while taking the username, we can go to login username activity and copy this validation. So you can copy all this validation, you can paste it over here, but instead of this username we will say new username, new username, new username. So we have validated username should be length more than 3 character. Now this username we will set it to this user model. So user model, current user model dot set username, that will be new username, means user has been updated. Now these changes we have to update it to Firestore also. In update to Firestore, what we'll do, Firebase util dot current user details dot set, that will be current user model, that means username has been updated. Add on complete listener, on complete listener. When update is complete, we will show a message. If task dot is successful, Android util dot show toast, get context, message will be updated successfully. If it is not successful, also we can show the message somehow update failed. So in this way we will update to Firestore. So we just have to call from here update to Firestore, but before that we have to set in progress true, and once it is completed, set in progress will be false. Let's run it, we are able to update or not. So here I will go to profile, I am test user 1, I will change the name to Iron Man. Now I am naming my username as Iron Man. Click on update profile, updated successfully. That means we have changed our username. You can check in the backend, Cloud Firestore data, users, test user 1 is changed to Iron Man now. So in this way our update profile is also working. We can check it on another emulator. So as you can see here also it is updated. Now if you want to change test user to name as Captain America, if I update profile, if you go over here, you can see Captain America. It is immediately updated. So this is logged in with Captain America and this is logged in with Iron Man. You can send the message to Captain America that hi Cap. You can see message over here. From here, hi Iron Man. So our profile update is working fine. We have to add logout feature also. So let's go over here and logout button dot set onClick listener. Here we will log out. So how to log out? Let's go to Firebase util and create a method. Public static void log out. So here Firebase, here we will use Firebase auth dot get instance dot sign out. So it will log out from our application. So what I will do, go here and call that Firebase util dot log out. So once we are log out, we have to close everything and move it to login activity. So here intent equals to new intent, get context. We'll go to splash activity dot class. We'll go to splash activity that will check user is logged in or not and it will move it to login activity. So we will clear everything before going. So intent dot set flag activity new task and flag activity clear task. So start activity intent. Let's run it. Go to profile, click on logout. So you are in login screen, that means we are logged out. So we can restart again to check. So we are in login screen, that means we are logged out. So our update profile and logout button is working fine. So that's all for this video. In next video we implement the feature for adding the profile picture and updating profile picture to the Firestore and getting that profile picture everywhere. So we'll work on this profile picture. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video we have implemented this profile fragment and we have updated the username. Also we have implemented this logout. In this video we will implement the profile picture feature. First thing we will do, we will take the profile picture from the Android device, set it to image view, and when we click on update, it will store it in the Firebase storage. So first thing we have to get the image from the device. So for that I will use some library. Let's go to Google and search for image picker Android library. As you can see we have this Dhaval 2404. You can click on this GitHub package and we will use this package. So first thing we have to add this Maven URL jetpack.io. So copy this, go to our project, go to settings.gradle, and here in dependency resolution management we have Google and Maven Central. Below this we will add this Maven. Click on sync now. It will download the required packages. Now we have to go and copy this implementation, that is dependency. Copy this, go to build.gradle and paste it over here. Click on sync now. It has downloaded the required package. We can close it, close this also, close this login username activity also. Now on click of that image view, we will take the image from the user. So for that we have to set activity result launcher. Previously we used to use onActivity result, but that is deprecated now. So we will use activity result launcher. So here I will create an object of activity result launcher. Type will be intent and we will say image pick launcher. So this is the object we are going to create, and in onCreate method we have to initialize this. So after this I will override onCreate method. If you write on, it will suggest onCreate. Here I will initialize it, image pick launcher equals to register for activity result, where we have to pass new activity result contracts dot start activity for result. Click on it. Second parameter we have to send. Just go down over here and see. So if you see over here, first thing is contract and second thing is callback method. So in second we will get the result. So result we will use lambda. We can keep semicolon over here, and in result we'll check if result.getResultCode equals to activity.result. okay, if we get the result, that means image has been selected. We will use intent data equals to result.getData. We'll get this data if data is not equal to null and data.getData, that will give the image URI is not equal to null. If it is not null, we need to get that data in a URI. So we need the URI. So here what we will do, URI selected image URI, import it, import the URI. So this selected image URI will be the image selected by user, that means data.getData. So in this selected image URI, we will get the URI of the image from the user. Now we have to launch this image pic launcher. We have just initialized everything, but we have not launched this launcher. So to launch this launcher, what we will do, we will set onClick on the profile picture. So here after logout, we will set profile pic dot set onClick listener. Here we will launch that. So how we will launch that? We will here use the library. So that library we have imported. So we have a class image picker dot width, pass the fragment dot, we need to crop the square, we need to compress it, it won't be big size, let's say 512 dot max result size, we'll set it to 512 by 512, and we will create the intent. So this intent will take new function, enter it. Here you can see invoke method is there. So in this invoke method, we have to just image pic launcher dot launch, pass that intent. So that's it. In this way we will launch the image picker on click of this profile picture. So what it will do, it will take the URI and set it to selected image URI. Till now we have just selected the image URI. We have not set it to profile picture view, that means image view. We have to set this URI to the image view. So to set that, we will use another library, that will be glide library. Go to this glide and also copy this implementation code. Copy it, build at Gradle, paste it over here. So sync now. It has downloaded the dependency, close it. Now we can directly set the URI to image view from here, like glide.get context and everything. I will not do that. I will use Android util class so that we can use it everywhere. I will create a public static. I will make a method set profile pic. It will return void and it will take three things: context. Second thing, it will be image URI, that will be image URI. Third thing it will take is image view, where we want to set the image view. So here we will use the glide. So glide dot width context dot load. It will load from image URI dot apply. So we will require circle, so that's why request options dot circle crop transform dot into target is our image view. So that's it. This method will set the image URI to the image view. So let's go to our profile fragment. When we get the selected image URI, we just need to call Android util dot set profile picture. Context will be get context. Image URI will be selected image URI. Image view will be our profile picture. That's it. Let's run it. We are running it emulator 2. So I will go to profile. This is Iron Man. So I will click on this. Gallery. I have already downloaded the photos of Hulk, Spider-Man and Iron Man. So I will select this photo and we can crop from here. So you can use this crop to crop. I will crop till this, click on OK. So as you can see, it has set our image to selected image. But updating the profile will not update this image view because we have not added anything. We have just got the image from Android device and set it to image view. Now when we click on update profile, we want to add this image view to our storage. So what we will do, first go to our Firebase and go build over here and click on storage. So we need storage features also now. So click on get started, start in test mode, next, done. So we have created the bucket for our storage. Now let's go to the project, add the dependency for that. So if you remember, we have added from tools, Firebase, we have added Cloud Firestore. Now we will need to add cloud storage. So expand it, get started, just click on this. It will add the dependencies. Now we have added, you can close this. Now what we'll do, we'll upload this selected image URI to the Firebase storage. So when we will do on update button click. So let's go to update button click. Here we are updating to Firestore. Before that, before updating any user, what we will do, we'll get the storage reference and add that image URI. So we'll go to Firebase util, public static storage reference, get current profile pic storage reference. Firebase storage, we were using Firestore, now we will use Firebase storage dot get instance dot get reference dot. So we have to create a child, that means we have to create a folder over here. So folder name will be profile pic. We will create the folder name profile pic, and inside that we will name the image. So name of the image will be user ID, so that it will be unique. So we are doing this Firebase util dot get current user dot current user ID. That's it. So inside profile pic folder, we have to create the image name with our current user ID, so that if we update new image also, it will replace that. Now we will go to profile fragment. Here we will do Firebase util dot get current profile picture storage reference dot put file, and file will be selected image URI. But before that, let's check if it is null or not. If user has not selected any image, we don't want to do that. So if selected image URI is not equal to null, cut this, put the file. So we'll add onComplete listener to this. So add onComplete listener, make it lambda. Once it is completed, once profile picture is updated, we need to do this update to Firestore. So we were doing directly, but now first we will add the image and then we'll update to Firestore. But if selected image URI is null, that means user has not selected image but just want to update only the username. So in that case, it will come to else. We just need to update to Firestore from here also. If we have image selected, we will first upload the image. If we don't have image, directly update to the Firestore. Let's run it. Go to profile. I will add image. That will be this. Click on OK. So image is added. Name we don't want to change. So just click on update profile. It works or not. So it is saying updated successfully. That means it has updated. Let's go to the backend. Reload this console. As you can see, profile picture folder is created, and inside this we have image with the name of user ID. So if you click on this, you can see over here. So this is now updated to the Firebase. If you want to change this also, it will update to this user ID. Now we have to show this image everywhere. Now if you go over here and come back, it is not showing the image because we have updated it, but we have not setting directly from the Firebase storage. So if Firebase storage has the image, it should load in the image view. So first we will go to get user data. Here we will get the current profile picture also. So get user data, Firebase util dot get current profile picture storage reference dot get download URL. We will use download URL. From this we will get the download URL. So add onComplete listener, onComplete listener, replace with lambda. So here if task is successful, then we will get the URI equals to task dot get result. We'll get the URI from this, and we just want to set it to Android util dot set profile picture. Context will be get context, URI will be URI. Now image view will be profile pic. That's it. So now while getting the data also, we will get the profile picture. Go to profile. As you can see, after some second we can see the profile picture over here. That means this we are getting from the Firebase storage. We can click on this and also update the user profile picture. So our updating profile picture is working fine, but we have only implemented over here. If you go and check on emulator 1, I will log in with second user from emulator 1. This user is Captain America. and we cannot see image over here because we have not implemented on this. We have only implemented over here since Captain America don't have any image. So let's add the image for Captain America also. I have not run it, so let's run it on Android emulator 1. So if I go to profile and add image for Captain America also, I have the image. Okay, update profile. So now you can see in profile we have this Captain America image. If you go in chats, you can't see each other image because we have not added over here. So let's do that first. Just we have to copy this code so that this will add the image. So just copy this, and first we'll go to recent chat recycler adapter. So in recent chat recycler adapter, we have this other user model over here. After we get the other user model, what we will do, we'll paste it over here. So we have the task variable already, so you can change the variable name to T. You can name it anything. And here get context will be context, URI will be URI, and profile picture will be our view holder dot profile pic. So we have added the code, but if you see over here, we have this current profile picture storage reference. If you go to this, it will always take the profile picture of the current user. So we don't want that, we want another user profile picture. So what we will do, create get other profile picture storage reference, where we will pass the ID from the method itself. So string other user ID. So instead of this child, it will be other user ID. So in this way I will copy this, and in recent chat recycler adapter we want picture of other user. So here what I will do, I will call this get other profile picture reference, and I will pass the other user model dot get user ID. That's it. Now run it. So if we see over here in the chat of Iron Man, image has been changed but it is gray. So why it is, if you go over here and check on recent chat recycler view, inside that we have included this layout, that is profile picture view. Here we have this light gray, app tint as a light gray, that's why it is coming gray. We can remove this, we don't want to add any tint. Let's run it again. Now if you see, image is visible. So I'm logged in with Captain America here. He can see the image of Iron Man, and in profile he can see his image, that is Captain America. If I launch it on emulator 2, here it will show the image of Captain America. So in recent chat also it is working. If we go inside this, we have to add over here also, and we have to add in search user also. If we search for Iron, you can see over here we don't have any image. So we have to add in 2 places more. So let's copy this from here, get other profile picture reference, we'll copy everything, and let's go to search user recycler adapter. Here also, after getting other user model, we have other user model over here. We can set the profile picture anywhere in between. So other user model will be model. Other than that, everything will be same. And one more place will be chat activity. So in chat activity also we need to load. So here we can set it anywhere on onCreate method after everything is initialized. Here we can set it. Get profile picture, other user model will be other user. We have get it from intent, this one. Context will be this. And this image view will be profile pic, but we have not added anything over here. So let's do that quickly. Image view. Here image view equals to find view by id, r.id will be profile pic image view. Now we can pass over here image view. Now everything should be completed related to image. Let's run it on both the emulator. So we have this profile picture. If you go to search and search for Iron, we can see this. Click on back, go to this, and we can see the profile picture in chat screen also. As you can see, we can see the profile picture on chat screen. Nice profile pic. Yours also. Till now we have done with most of the things. We have set the profile also, we have profile picture also, we have search functionality, we have chat screen also. So in next video we'll implement the Firebase notification. So we will get the notification when message is received and we can click on it and go to the chat. So we'll implement that Firebase notification in next video. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video we successfully added the feature for profile picture. We can upload the profile picture and it will be visible in our chat screen also. In this video we are going to implement push notification. So if one user send the message to other user, the other user should get the notification of that message. So let's get started. So let's close all this. So to implement push notification we are using FCM, that is Firebase Cloud Messaging. So go to Tools, Firebase. From here we have to select this cloud messaging, click on setup and click on add FCM to your app. It will add the dependency is added. You can minimize this. Now we have to create a service class which will extend Firebase messaging. So with the help of that service class we will get the notification. So go to our project, new Java class and name it as a FCM notification service, and extends a class from Firebase messaging service. So we have created the service class. We have to define it in manifest so that manifest will know that this service class is of messaging. So go to manifest. Inside this application tag we have to mention the service. So service name is equal to FCM notification service. Android exported will be false. And inside this service let's add intent filter so that we can get data. Intent filter, inside intent filter we have action, name will be com.google.firebase.messaging event. So you have to write it correctly, otherwise it won't work. So com.google.firebase.messaging event. So after adding this we are done with manifest, we are done with service. Now we can receive the notification, but for sending the notification we have to send it from console. So we need the token. So token how we will generate? We will generate token in MainActivity. So whenever the user is logged in and comes to MainActivity we will generate a token. So I will create a method for that. Here I will create a method that will be get FCM token. I will create this method FCM token. So here we will get the FCM token. So for that Firebase messaging dot get instance dot get token, and you can add on complete listener. So on complete listener, if we can use lambda, so alt enter, task dot is successful. If we got the token, let's say string token equals to task dot get result. Inside this result we should have token. Let's just print this token for now. So my token will be token. Let's just print it and run the app. So I'll run in both the devices. Now if you see on logcat, there should be a token. So here as you can see, here is the token. So token is successfully generated and printed. So this is of emulator 1. If you go to emulator 2, you can see the token over here. So both the token are generated. So now let's send the test notification so that we will get to know either notification is working or not. Let's copy this one token and go to backend where our Firebase project is there. So here we have to go to engage, click on messaging. So it will add over here. Now click on create your first campaign, click on Firebase notification messages, create. Now we'll send the test notification from here. So notification title, test title, let's say notification test will be text. For now let's just add these two things. To receive the notification we have to keep the app on background, because while we are in the app we don't want notification, we just want it when we are not using the app. So if I am not using the app, I'll go to send test message. Here you can add that token. So I'll add one token, add it and click on test. Go over the application. As you can see, we have got our first notification. We have application name, test title, test text. So we have the notification. Since I have copied the token of emulator 2, it is coming over here. So our test notification is working fine. Since our notification is being triggered, but we don't want notification sent from this console. We want if one device send the message, it should trigger on another device. So for that we need the token to be stored somewhere. So we will store the token in user. So Firestore database. In Firestore database we have users collection. We have this created timestamp, phone, user ID and username. We'll store one more property that will be FCM token. So let's go to user model and create another string that will be FCM token and go down, generate getter and setter, click on OK. So we have this getter and setter. We can close this user model. Now we have to store the token when it is generated. So we have token over here. Let's remove this print statement and directly store that in the user model. So for that I will use Firebase util dot current user reference, current user details dot update the current user data with FCM token. Name will be FCM token and value will be token. So it will update the token in the database. Now let's run on the both device. We'll go and see in the backend. You can see FCM token is generated, and for other user also FCM token is generated. So now you can directly copy the token from here and send the test notification. Now let's again send the notification. I will copy this and go to Firebase Messenger. I will open it on new tab so that I can access both. Go to your first campaign, notification message. Here I will say title as title, text as text, send test notification. If you add FCM token, it has already added. Make the app on background and test. So I have received the notification. So if you click on this notification, it will just open the app. It will do nothing, it will just open the app. If we click on the notification, it should open the application. Then it should take us to chat screen so that we can directly see the chat whoever user has sent the message. So whenever we click on the notification, it will first open the splash activity. So in splash activity, we will read the notification and navigate the user. So what we will do first in splash activity, if the data we will get as intent, so get intent dot get extras is not equal to null. First we will check if we got the data or not. It is from notification, we will get the data. If it is not from notification, we won't get the data. So I'll put else over here, and this handler I will put inside else. So if we are not from notification, it will do whatever it was doing. So if it is from notification, let's say right from notification. So here what we will do, first we will get the user ID. So from where we will get the user ID? So while sending the notification, we will send title as username, text as the message, and one more data we will send, that is user ID, so that we will get to know who has sent the message and we will navigate by that user ID. So string user ID equal to get intent dot get extras dot get string. So I will give the key user ID. So from this we will get the user ID of the user. So here we will get the user model from user ID. So for that I will use Firebase util all user collection reference dot document ID will be user ID dot get dot add on complete listener. So I will add on complete listener, use lambda. So here if task is successful, that means we got the user. Then we can go to search user recycler adapter. So in search user adapter, when we click on the any user item, it will navigate to the chat screen. So I will copy this, come to splash activity. Here I will paste it. We need context, that will be this, and this context we don't require. And here we will get the model. So user model equals to task dot get result dot to object user model dot class. So in this way, with the help of user ID, we got the user model and we will navigate it to chat activity. So let's run it and test it from test notification. So we are running the application. I will go to background and I will go to this console. Here first I will take the token. So I am taking the token of this Captain America user. So I want to send to Captain America. So I'll copy the token of Captain America. Go over here. Here I will add the token of Captain America. So I will not send right now. First what I will do, I will give the title. Title will be username of sender. Sender username will be Iron Man will send the message. Message will be hi, how are you? And we need that data. We need user ID. So how to send user ID? I can copy the user ID of this Iron Man from here. Copy the user ID of Iron Man. And I will come over next. Select the target as this application, our application. Scheduling will be now. And here in custom data, we will send the data. So key will be user ID, value will be user ID, that is of Iron Man. So I will go to notification again, click on test, select the token, next, test. So if you see, I have got the notification over here. So here username is coming, message is coming. If I click on this, let's see it will work or not. So if I click on it, it went to chat screen. So our implementation, onClick implementation is also working. But if you notice, if I click on back over here, it is going to splash screen because we are calling from splash screen. So for that, what we will do, first we will go to MainActivity, then only we will go to ChatActivity. So here what I will do, first I will create another intent, main intent, new intent. From this to MainActivity.class, intent main intent dot, I will set flags. That will be intent.flag activity, no animation, and I will start this activity, main intent. So first it will go to main activity, then it will start chat activity. Also one thing, while we are checking the intent, before that we will check if user is logged in or not. So here what we will do, Firebase util dot is logged in and first we will check is logged in. If logged in, then only go to the chat activity, otherwise it won't. Now this will start this activity and this activity, and also we will finish this splash activity. So now I will run the application. Let's test. So both are application running. I will keep it on background and send the text message again. So I will write here second, send test message, select token and click on test. We go here, we have received the notification. If we click on this now, we are in chat screen. If I click on back, we are in main activity. So these things is also working fine. So one last thing we have to do is, when we click on logout button, the token should be deleted because we don't want token to be stored after logout also. So go to profile fragment. We have a logout button over here. So here logout button is there, Firebase util.logout. What I will do here, first I will go to Firebase messaging .get instance .delete token. So it is a task, add on complete listener, on complete listener. Here if task is successful, I will cut everything and paste it over here. So when we log out, the token will be deleted. When we log in again, the new token will be generated and stored in the Firebase. So that's all for this video. We have successfully received the test notification from Firebase. So next video, we will not use Firebase console to send the notification, but we will send from the device itself. So one device, if send the message, the other device should get the notification. So that's all for this. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video, we have successfully received the notification and also implement onClick on that notification so that we will navigate to chat screen. We have also sent the test notification from Firebase console. In this video, we will not use Firebase console. We will send directly from the device. So for that, we need the API and we should call that API. So let's go to backend first. And if you go to project settings over here, click on project settings. You can see cloud messaging. So here we need the API key. So this cloud messaging API is disabled right now, so we have to enable it first. So go over here, manage API in Google Cloud. So click on enable over here. So it is enabled. You can close this and let's reload this. So as you can see, it is enabled and we have the server key. This key is required when we are calling this API from the device. So to call the API from the device, we can use volley library or OKHTTP library. So we are using OKHTTP library. So let's add that. So OKHTTP library, go to this GitHub page. So here you can read the documentation. I'll copy this dependency, go back to the project in build.gradle, paste it, click on sync now. Now we have to implement. So to implement the OKHTTP, we can read the documentation like this, we can implement. So now let's write the code to call the API. So I'll close all this and I will go to ChatActivity where we are sending the message. So while we are sending the message, we have this method send message to the user. When we successfully send the message, we'll call a method that will be send notification and we will send message from here. So I will create a method void send notification which will take message. So this will take the message and call the API. So I will create another method that will be call API. So for this API we require JSON object. So JSON object, JSON object. So here we will call the API. So we can copy some code from here. If you go over here, you can see post to a server. You can copy this 2 line from here and paste it. We don't require this public static final. Import. So we have these 2 objects. Now we will need the URL. URL will be string URL. It will be https fcm.googleapis.com/fcm/send. You can get this API from Google. You can search it over here, FCM API URL. You can copy this URL from here. So once we added the URL, we need request body. So body will be request body dot create. We have JSON object. So JSON object dot toString and we'll use that media type JSON. Now we need request. So request new request dot builder and we will add the data over here. So first data will be URL, that will be URL. Second will be post, that will be our body. Third will be header. So header. So here we need the API key. So header will be authorization and the key will be bearer key, so that we have to write bearer space, we have to paste the key. So go back to the project. Here we have created this key in Cloud Messaging API. Copy this key and paste it over here. After bearer, 1 space you have to give and paste it. We have added the key. Now we will build. So we will get the request object. Now with this request object we can call. So client.newCall request. So it will call the API. The API will be this URL where we are sending the JSON object. So first we have to create the JSON object also. So what will be the JSON object? We have to pass notification title, notification body. We have to pass the data, that will be user ID. So let's create that JSON object first in send notification method. So here we required username, current username, we required message, and we require current user ID and other user token. So we require these things. So first we will get the current username, message we already have, current user ID we will get, and we will get the other user token. So for current username, what we will do, Firebase util dot current user details dot get dot add on complete listener. So we'll get from Firebase if task is successful. Here user model current user equals to task dot get result dot to object user model dot class. From here we will get the reference of current user. Also we need the other user FCM token. So from where we will get that? So that we will get from, since other user we are passing already over here. As you can see, we have other user model. So let's see what data we are sending. So let's go to Android util. We are passing this as a user model. We are passing this as an intent. So we have username, phone number, user ID. Let's send FCM token also. So FCM token model.get FCM token. Here also let's set FCM token. So user model dot set FCM token intent.get string extra FCM token. So in this way we will get the FCM token in ChatActivity also. So here what we will do, now we have everything. We just have to create the JSON object and call the API. So let's add try and catch over here so that we don't get exception while parsing the JSON. So inside this we'll create JSON object equals to new JSON object. So we have a standard format to add the data. We have to first add the notification, we have to add the data, and we have to add a token. So for that what I will do, I will create another JSON object that will be notification object, new JSON object, and another JSON object that will be data object, new JSON object. First I will add data inside notification object where I would put title. So put title will be current user username because we are sending our username as title. Notification object dot put body will be message, whatever the message we are writing. So these two things we require inside notification object. So in data object dot put, we will put user ID. This should be the same key what we are adding on splash activities. So it should not be different, it should be same key, same spelling and same case. So it should be user ID, and we will send the user ID of my user. So current user dot get user ID. So we have created the notification object, created the data object. We just need to add in this JSON object. So JSON object dot put notification as notification object dot put data as data object, and third thing is dot put token as TO. So we have to put the token over here with the name TO, that means to whom we want to send. So token will be other user dot get FCM token. In this way we will send the notification to other user with our name, our message, and our user ID. Now we have to call the API with JSON object. In this way when we send the message, it will call the send notification will create the JSON object, it will call the API, and this API will hit the notification. So let's run it and test it is working or not. So I'll minimize one application. So I'll go this application on background. I'll send message from here, from Captain America to Hi Iron Man. Send it. Let's wait for the notification. I have not received the notifications. Maybe our API is not being called. So after this call API on new call, so we have to enqueue also. So here we will write enqueue. Callback method will be implemented. We can write log over here to get to know if it failed or response, but let's run it. Now let's keep this app on background. Let's send message again. Now we have got the notification. As you can see, I have immediately got the notification. Here my username, and we have the message over here. So Captain America has sent hi again. I can open it. To open this, I can click on back and we are in main screen. So we'll send from this device also. Let's go back on this device. And here, hi Cap. So I have received the notification. So we are done with most of the things in our application. You can create more users and start testing everything. In next video, we'll change the launcher icon of the application so that this icon will be changed, and also while we get the notification, that icon should be visible. Right now we are getting the circle. As you can see, we have this circle icon over here. We'll change the launcher icon and also that icon. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye. In last video, we have successfully implemented the notification so that from one device, if we send some message to other device, we will receive a notification. So as you can see, we received the notification and it is working. So in this video, we are going to change our launcher icon. So this is Android default launcher icon. We will change it, and also we'll change the default icon and color of this notification. So let's get started. Before adding the launcher icon, I want to show you something. If I go in our application and search for some user, let's say Cap, here as you can see we have this Captain America and also the Iron Man, but this should not be visible. We are only searching for CAP, so the name which starts with CAP, only that should be visible. So there is one bug in our application, so let's go and solve it. So let's go to our search user activity, and if you see over here we have this query. So in our user collection reference, it is asking the username where the search term is greater than or equal to. So this query is incomplete, that's why we are having bug. We have to add another condition. So dot where less than or equal to, field will be username, and search term will be, I will concat search term with UF8FF so that it will find the exact term we are searching for. So let's run it and test it. If I go and search for CAP over here, now only the username with starts with CAP is visible, so that bug is fixed. Now we'll change the launcher icon. So I want to set this simple launcher icon. I have created this from Photoshop. I want to use this, so I will copy this from here, go to our project and go to drawable folder. From here resource, drawable, and you can paste it over here. Okay. Name you can set anything. I am setting launcher underscore icon. Now we have to go to manifest and set the metadata over here. So inside application tag, you can set metadata. So I will set metadata first for icon. Metadata Android name will be com.google.firebase.messaging.default notification icon. So you should write this clearly, default notification icon, and Android resource will be drawable launcher icon. We have just copied this. Now again add another metadata. Android name will be com.google.firebase.messaging.default notification color, and resource will be, we have to set the color, so I will set my primary. So in this way our notification icon and color will be changed. Let's run it and test it. I will go to back. From here I will type some message. So as you can see, my notification icon is changed. If you open it, here also icon and color is changed. Now it is looking good. If you click on this, you are inside this chat. So our notification icon has been changed. We have to change this launcher icon also. So for that we will go to resource, right click new, go to image asset, and here we can choose the foreground. So for foreground I will use image. So from here we have to select the image, click on this, desktop, I have this image, open. So the image is loaded. We can resize this. So you can resize as you want. I will keep like this, and go to background color. We have this green background color. I will change it to color, and I will change the color to white. I am making the simple icon. So this will be our icon. Click on next and click on finish. So if you run it now, as you can see our icon has changed. If you go to this app also, our launcher icon has changed. So it is looking good now. So by this we are done with our chat application series. We have developed a fully functionable chat application where we can search for the user, start chatting with the user. We can send the message, we can receive the message. We have this profile where we can upload the profile picture. We can change the username. We have logout functionality and login with phone number authentication. And also we have implemented the push notification. So I hope you have learned a lot of things from this tutorial series. I will put the code in the GitHub and provide link in the description. So thank you for watching this series. If you enjoyed this series, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment below. I will reply for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before going. See you in the next video. Bye bye.